This EPB Classic Rerun is brought to you by Calvert and Nunn Insurance in Glasgow.
Senior. White quarters, Terry Anderson, 5'10", 153. Junior wears number 84. Brandon Chambers is a strong safety, 5'11", 164. Junior, who wears number 21. And the three safeties, Michael Moore, a 6'3", 181. Senior, who wears number 19. Will Whiteside backs him up, a 6'1", 150. Sophomore. Defensively, I think, Larry, your key players could be Bird, Bradley, Manners, and Swords. Probably depth.
I think you're right. I think the linebackers and the defensive line are going to be very, very important if we can stop Corey Profit and Clemens from running the football. That's the thing we got to do.
Scotty's have, by the way, 5 guys that go both ways. Again, offensively or defensively, they go 175. Offensively, they run out of the double slot as they did last year. They go 227 up front. Not as much size as they've had in a long time.
Not as much size as they've had, you're right. And they've got some kids that have played, except with the exception of the center. I think Chad Alexander hadn't played a whole lot. Lamont Rose played a lot last year. John J. Bird did. Jay Cadwell and Brandon Tooley all played some. So not inexperienced, but still young.
And Michael Moore is the starting quarterback, a 6'3", 181-pound senior. Now, we won't mention the weights of these kids, and we've already talked about defense for time's sake, but Michael will start at quarterback. Will Whiteside is his backup. Myron Bradley is a fullback. And Bradley, we think, could be a real good one for the Scots.
Yeah, Jerry Eubanks already bragged on him, and he's just a freshman. Hasn't seen him play a ball game, but he still bragged on him. And so that means the kid can play, and we'll find out tonight how good he is.
Nick Matters will back him up. At the right halfback, Todd Gentry will start. Demetrius Shadid backs him up. Demetrius, number 20, 5'11", 170-pound sophomore. Brandon Chambers is a left halfback, and J.D. Depp will back him up. The split end will be J.D. Depp. He'll start as the Scotties race onto the field here at Barren County High. Shadid backs him up. The split end. The tight end is Gary Pierce. Gary wears number 86, the 5'11", 166-pound senior. Nick Matters backs him up. The left tackle is Jake Adwell, a 6', 245-pound junior who wears number 72. Michael Ballard backs him up, number 74. Michael's a 5'9", 229-pound junior. The left guard is Brandon Tooley. The center is Chad Alexander. Nick Swords backs him up. Chad, by the way, is a 6 feet, 265-pound sophomore. Lamont Rhodes is a right guard for the Scotties, and John J. Bird is a right tackle. Eric Peden backs up Rhodes. Eric's a 5'7", 197 junior. And Keith Mills, who backs up John J. Bird, is a 5'10", 283-pound sophomore. The Scotties start 3 seniors, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. On offense, Nick Swords will punt, and Josh Atkins, who plays soccer, will be the place kicker. Poppy Franklin will kick off for the Glasgow Scotties. Myron Bradley and Brandon Chambers will handle the kickoff return for Glasgow High, and the 2 should also handle the punt returns for the Scotties as the captain's meeting at midfield. And let's see who's out there for Barren County. Greg Rich, along with Travis Pickett, Corey Profit, and Jason Hurt. And we'll see who's out there for the Scotties here in just a moment.
4 seniors, if I'm not mistaken.
That would be Larry, Michael
Moore, Todd Gentry, Gary Pierce, and John J. Bird.
And let's see who is going to win the toss as Randall, the captain, stand out at midfield.
Yeah, they're getting exchanging pleasantries there, Jim, shaking hands, and getting ready for the flip. The flip of the coin has gone to Glasgow. They won the coin toss, and they elected to receive.
What do you think about this game?
I think it's going to be a good ball game, Jim. Of course, we don't know really a whole lot about Glasgow since they hadn't had any scrimmages, but Barren County's got a big team, a big line, and Glasgow's got some good young players, so I think they're going to kind of feel each other out here in the first half, and I think I'll look for a close ball game.
Bruce, what are your thoughts on this game as the Scotties get ready to battle the Trojans?
Well, I feel like it's like, as you said, it'll be a good ball game, Jim, and it's yet to be seen, you know, how strong Glasgow is. They've yet to scrimmage anybody, and they're a young team just with 4 seniors, so, you know, it's just going to be new for all of us because, you know, they've got some kids and some sophomores are going to have to step up and play tonight. And so it's yet to be seen, you know, what they've got. Barren County, you know, 12, 14 seniors, and they've got several seniors, and they're big across the front. So, I'm looking for a good ball game. And, of course, it may be one of them games, sometimes the team gets out in front early, and it sometimes dictates the outcome of a ball game.
We'll be back with the start of this game in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
It was a sun-drenched autumn day, and the two guys were prepared for gridiron greatness and frantic feasting at McDonald's, the Golden Arches.
Hey, hungry there, Freddie Famished?
As ever, Sammy, starving.
A day that saw McDonald's offering 2 towering Big Macs for only $2, an offer that created craving in the hungry ranks.
I can't wait, Jerry.
Me either, anxious Andy.
So with the speed of gazelles and the hunger of ravenous lions, the two made a break for McDonald's, pursuant of 2 hot Big Macs.
Sorry, Jerry.
I'm running full speed, Larry Lanky Legs.
McDonald's would offer the 2 for $2 conversion for only a limited time. 2 taste-tempting Big Mac sandwiches for only $2. Or 2 morning fresh egg McMuffin sandwiches for only $2. It had become a war against time.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please?
Oh, you bet you can, Polly Polite. 2 Big Macs for $2, please.
Sure thing.
Victory over the ticking clock. Another legendary tale in the annals of the two guys' history.
Have you had your drink today?
Ask for details. Prices and participation may vary.
Matt Clemens will kick off for the Barren County Trojans. Glasgow will move to your right in the first quarter. Barren County to your left. Burgundy tops, gold pants, gold helmets. Glasgow white tops and white pants, blue numerals, blue helmets. Meyer and Bradley standing deep at his 5-yard line. Christie and Chambers are the up backs standing at the 13 as Matt Clemens will kick off. And the 1995 football season is just about ready to get underway right here on 14 karat gold. WCLU, a capacity crowd on hand here at Barren County High School. It is a beautiful night for football, Barry.
It sure is. It's a great night. The humidity is not too bad. It's not too hot right now as the sun's gone down. A little southeasterly wind blowing out of the right field corner here, and it's a great night for football.
Here's Clemens' kick. High end over in boot, but Bradley will take it to the 10-yard line. Has it at the 15. Bradley to 25. Bradley to 30. Bradley has a hole at the 35-yard line, taken down at that point. So pretty good field position for the Glasgow Scotties as it's going to be 1st and 10. We've got an injured Barren County player, maybe Tony Peden, number 4, down at the 41-yard line. Nice return of 25 yards. And Peden is down, and the stop made by Philip Bertram of the Barren County Trojans. So Bradley took the football at the 10, Larry, and not bad field position for the Glasgow Scotties to start their first offensive possession of the year. 1st and 10 at their own 35. We have an injured player, Tony Peden.
Yeah, it was a kickoff right straight down the middle, and Meyer and Bradley took it. They had the wedge. It was a middle wedge blocking scheme right straight up the middle. And he got a good gain out of it, about 25 yards before they brought him down around the 35-yard line. I think this is a cramp, isn't it?
Maybe. Peden is down at about the 42-yard line. He's up as Billy Lindsay, and looks like is that Dr. Mars over there, I believe, tending to Peden. I believe he is, yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah. And
it was bent over, and I couldn't tell who it was.
Couldn't tell there for a second. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Scotties at their own 35-yard line. I think one concern for Jerry Eubank's team, can they move the football against this big defensive front of the Trojans? Can they go 232?
That's exactly right. Number one is we have to run the football. There's no doubt about that. We're going to have to do that all year long against everybody that we play. And it's a good time to find out right now because Barren County is going to be as big about probably as anybody we play.
Steps a wide out on the left side. Glasgow in the double slot. Barren County with a 6-man front, actually a 7-man front defensively as Bradley gets a handoff, crashes his way over right guard up to about the 38-yard line as he follows the block heat of Chad Alexander and Lamont Rhodes before he's driven down after a gain of about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 is Travis Pickett. We talked about how active he'll be defensively. A 6'4", 265-pound senior. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7 for the Scotties as Demetrius Shadden is a wide out on the right side. Gentry, Bradley, and Chambers in the double slot. Barren County shows a 6-man front as Michael Moore calls the signals. Here's a handoff up the middle as Bradley struggles his way close to the 44-yard line on the fullback blast up the middle. Bradley is about a yard short of the first down. Pretty effective hit up the middle there as Gentry goes into motion from the right halfback. And that time the simple handoff up the middle and a gain of about 6. 3rd and 1 for the Scotties at their own 44 as Philip Bertram, the 6'2", 180 junior, makes his second stop.
Yeah, I think Bertram is really active in that linebacking position. He goes from one side to the other and lines up for the opposite of the tight end.
Scotties out of the double slot facing a 6-man front as Moore will give the football to Bradley, he's got the first down as he pulls his way past the 45 to the 46-yard line. So Bradley has carried the pigskin 3 times in this game, and he's picked up Glasgow's initial first down of this football season. 2-yard gain. Bradley, 3 carries, 11 yards. Greg Rich comes from his right tackle position, a 5'9", 240 senior. Scotty's on the ground. Effective drive so far. First and 10 at their own 46-yard line. 9:57 left in the first quarter. No score.
Well, they edged the first down out in 3 good, strong running plays, all 3 by Meyer and Bradley. And we'll see a little misdirection coming up here in a few minutes, I'm sure.
Or facing a 6-man front. Chambers in a motion to the near side as the handoff comes to Gentry. Gentry is met, but breaks off 1 tackle and avoids a loss. Got back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a step beyond as somebody hit him behind the line of scrimmage at the 45. Well, Knuckles is a good linebacker, 6'2", 215 sophomore. Well, he made that initial hit, but you know that Gentry was able to slide off of it a little bit instead of a 1-yard loss. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 for the Scotties at their own 47.
Well, Billy Lindsay said he likes his linebackers to make a lot of tackles. 5 tackles so far, 3 of them made by the linebacking corps.
Wide out on the right side is Depp. Backfield is in the double slot. Barren County 6-man front as Moore will give the football to Chambers. Chambers has it at midfield. Chambers into Trojan territory at about the 47.5-yard line. He got a nice block on that right side from Brandon Tooley, and he races into Trojan territory. Gain of 5, says Bruce. Stop made by Matt Clements, the other linebacker.
All 3 of them now have a tackle.
Well, Brandon ran that ball well. Gain of 5. It's going to be 3rd at about 4 for the Scotties at the Trojan 40, just call it the 48-yard line, with Shadden's a wide out on the left side, backfield of the double slot. Barren County with 6 men, and Manners is the fullback as Moore will drop back, roll out to his right. Here's Moore. Moore's going to be sacked at the 13, actually at the 43-yard line. He didn't have much time to roll out that time. Looking for a receiver downfield. But he has sacked. A big loss for the Scotties of the Trojans on the game's biggest defensive play to this point. Will get the football. A loss of 8. The sack made by John Clements, a 6'1", 190 senior. And it's going to be 4th and about 13 for the Scotties. And Swords will punt from his 30-yard line. Profit will be deep to receive at his 27.
Good play action pass, but I didn't see any receivers out there. Somebody must have not run the right pattern, because he was out there and ready to throw the football and nobody there.
Flags are dropped before the punt is off. Let's see, we've got an infraction right here.
Illegal procedure against the Scotties.
So that's going to back up Swords 5 more yards. And Barren County could get very good field position right here. So they've made the biggest play of this game, Larry, thus far. That was a sack a moment ago on 3rd and 4 for the Scotties.
Nick's got to punt now into the wind. This is, as I said before, it's a southeasterly wind, and he's punting right into it right now. So Barren County should come up with field position around the midfield line.
7:45 left in the first quarter as Swords. Here's a punt. Low end over red boot that Profit is going to handle. Profit's got it. Profit is taken down at about the 38-yard line. Good coverage by the Scotties. Very active. Kind of a line drive punt. Not a lot of hang time, but Glasgow did a good job of getting down the field. Excellent field position for the Trojans as they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line with 7:20 left in the first quarter. No score. Barren County battling the Glasgow Scotties, and the stop made by several Scotties right there. 27-yard punt, 5-yard return, and here comes Barren County high on offense for the first time this season, led by quarterback Chuck Houchins. They're out of the eye. They've got 2 receivers split to the right. Glasgow 5-man front defensively. There's Houchins on the handoff. Here's Profit, and he is stuffed back behind the line of scrimmage at about the 38-yard line. And, boy, somebody just rode through there. Myron Bradley, we may call a lot of plays like that, Larry, as they didn't give him as much progress as I thought. That ball spotted back at about the 36, a loss of 2. We'll call it the 37, 2nd and 12 for the Scotties. Is J.D. Depp, is he injured, or does he have an equipment problem?
No, it looks like he hurt his ankle or twisted a knee or something right there. He's coming off under his own power, but the referee made him go out. Gary Pierce takes his place.
Well, Bradley shot through that line, didn't he?
Well, he's quick. He's playing the nose, and we've been known to have quick nose guards before, and Myron is going to be another one in that long line, I think.
Slagle and White are 2 wideouts on the right side. Clements and Profit in the I formation. Glasgow has a 6-man front as the handoff will come to Profit. Profit lost the football. There's a flag that's dropped. Glasgow rising back at the 34. Was Glasgow offside?
I think so. I think somebody got in there just a little bit.
Somebody was faking a blitz there or shooting through the gap. And it may be offsides against the Scotties. No, instead it's a clip against Barren County. Now the ball is back at the 33, Larry, which will be a loss of about 4. Will Glasgow take the penalty and give Barren County another down, or take the down and about a 4-yard loss?
I think it'll be 3rd down and about 14. I wouldn't take the penalty here. I'd let them go for it, but that's coach's decision, and I'm not going to referee anymore. So they're going to take the penalty and set them back as far as they can to try to get better field position, I guess.
So this will be a mark-off to about, it should be half the distance to the goal, and the ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line. Well, it is a 15-yard penalty, all right. It was clipping, I believe, was the call, so that's Barren County's first penalty.
The penalty would be marked off from the point of the foul, and the foul was 15 yards from the 35.
Thank you, Bruce. 6:06 left in the first quarter, so Barren County did get itself a pretty deep hole, Larry. It is going to be 2nd down. The ball is at the 20. They've got to reach the 49, so it's 2nd and 29.
So they've got 2 downs to get 29 yards, and we'll see if Glasgow make the right decision.
They've spread it out all over the field. Almost a double slide right here is Houchins on the delayed handoff. Here comes Profit. Profit breaks 1 tackle, but not the second, as he's ridden down at the 20-yard line. And I see Manners was there for the Scotties. Was it Nick Manners leading the way?
That's right, Nick Manners.
Well, that batted it. Well, Glasgow's defense against the run has been outstanding so far. Only a yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 28 for the Trojans at their own 21-yard line.
I kind of questioned all the little people up front, but the little people are a little bit quicker right now.
3rd and 28. The Trojans at their own 21-yard line. No score, 5:17 left in the first quarter.
Nick Sawyer's playing linebacker. He's 270-some, 46 pounds. He's not little, but he's playing in the linebacking position.
Profit is a single tailback behind Houchins. They've got Slagle on the left side, Wyatt on the right. Scotties have a 6-man front defensively, as Houchins will give the football to Profit. Profit breaks 1 tackle, is up at the 30. Profit at the 33-yard line. They tried to ride him down at the 22, but he broke loose. Finally ridden down on the Barren County sideline, the left sideline at about the 34, but still far short of the first down. But Coach Lindsay at least wanted to get some punting room right here, Larry. 13-yard burst for Profit. He's carried it 3 times for 12 yards. And Myra Bradley, the freshman, makes his second stop. Todd Gentry will be deep in single safety to receive Clement's punt at the 30. And well, actually, Houchins, it will be Chuck Houchins that will be punting the football, and he'll be standing at his own 20-yard line. 4:24 left in the first quarter as Glasgow stacks 10 men at the line and now 9 men at the line of scrimmage. Here's a snap. Here's a kick, a low end over red boot. That will take a good Barren County roll. Now picked up by Gentry. He gets away from 1 man. Gentry has it at the 37-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10. I thought for a moment he might have a wall set up on the far sideline, Larry, as he broke 1 tackle, picked it up on the bounce, but then he was taken down by Philip Bertram, Philip's 3rd tackle. That was a good open field tackle. As a punt of 34 yards by Houchins, 6-yard return by Gentry. Scotties have it 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, so far, Larry, both the defenses have made big plays in this game. Trojans hurt by the penalty. Scotties hurt by the quarterback sack.
Yeah, they have good defense on both sides of the football by both teams.
Scotties out of the double slot. Wide out on the right side is Shadden. Barren County 6-man front. As the handoff comes to Chambers. Brandon trying to find his way, but not much running room as he comes from that left halfback position and inches up to about the 40-yard line, gain of about a yard. It's just shy of the 40 as Matt Clemens makes his second stop of the night. 2nd and 9 for the Scotties at their own 39.5-yard line as Matters will bring in the play right here. 2nd and 9, 3:30 left in the first quarter. No score between these two ball clubs. Barren County right now showing defensively a 6-man front. The Scotties have the ends tight. Backfield in the double slot with Gentry, Bradley, and Brandon Chambers. As the handoff will come to Gentry, tries to cut outside. Gentry has it past the 40, moves up, scrambles up to about the 44-yard line. As he scoots outside, tried to turn the corner, accelerated a little bit, but was stopped by Chris Wyatt, a 6 feet, 185-pound junior. Still a gain of about 5. It's going to be 3rd at about 4 for the Scotties at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, just a little misdirection handoff coming back to the left side, and Todd looked like he had the outside going for him and then decided to cut it back inside. I think he might have got a few more yards had he kept going out toward the sideline.
2:43 left in the first quarter. No score. Scotty's 3rd and 4. As Michael Moore leads his team up to the line of scrimmage, Barren County shows a 6-man front defensively. Ends are tight for the Scotties. They're out of the double slot. As Moore, quick pitch out, comes to Bradley. Tries to cut outside. Bradley is stopped at the 45-yard line. Beautiful tackle by Edgar Slagle. If Bradley gets away from him on that pitch, he could have a lot of running room, but Slagle made a great stop and really no gain on the play.
No, Slagle made just a heck of a stop. Had Bradley gotten outside of him, he probably had the first down made. But Slagle made a good ankle tackle right there and stopped Myron Bradley.
No gain on the play. It's going to be 4th and 4 for the Scotties at their own 44. Swords punch from his 31. And Profit will receive at his 28. Here's the kick. High end over end boot that drives Profit back to the 21. Profit up. He slipped down a little bit, and the Scotty fell on top of him as Michael Moore was there. And looked like that Profit slipped that time. And the ball will rest at the 25-yard line. End over end boot that time by Swords. That was a 34, or actually we'll count the numbers right here. That was a 34-yard punt. Had a return of 3, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 25-yard line as Michael Moore is credited with that stop. 1:52 left in the first quarter. Larry, no score between the Scotties and the Trojans.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. Nobody is trying to loosen things up with the pass yet. Everybody's trying to keep it on the ground, but I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see it in the air sometime during this series for Barren County.
Glasgow tried, but Moore was sacked on the rollout to the left side.
Yeah, I think somebody missed an assignment there, a pass route or something, or just didn't get there in time.
Clemens and Slagle wideouts on the left side. The backfield is split as Houchins calls the signals against the 6-man front. The devotion is Clemens to the right side as a quick pitch comes to Profit. He'll try to cut to the outside. Profit has a little running room as he moves past the 25 up to about the 28 or 29-yard line. Simple pitch to the right. He cut to the outside, and the ball will be spotted at about the 28. A gain of about 4, 2nd and 6 for the Trojans at their own 29-yard line. 1:03 left in the first quarter, no score, as J.D. Duff, a 6 feet, 160-pound freshman, makes his stop from a linebacking position. So the Trojans trying to get out of a bit of a hole right here on 2nd and 7 at their own, 2nd and 6 at their own 29. They're in the I formation. Houchins with 2 wideouts on the right side. Slagle is there along with John Michael Clements. Delay a game, I think, will be called against Barren County. And I'm sure that's not pleasing with Coach Lindsay because they had 2nd and 6 and now 2nd and 11 back at the 24.
Penalty number 2, I think, for Barren County.
That's right.
And, both times it's hurt them a little bit here now. Instead of 2nd down and about 5, it's going to be 2nd and 11. Or 2nd and 6, it's going to be 2nd and 11.
Houchins calling the signals. Scotty show a 6-man front defensively. They're in the I formation. Houchins on the long cap. Here's a handoff up the middle. Clemens struggles for a couple of yards as he flips it past the 25 off right tackle up to about the 27-yard line, and that's it before Scotty brings him down. Gain of about 3. It's going to be 3rd at about 8 for the Trojans as Brandon Tooley, a 5'8", 168-pound sophomore, makes a stop from his left bandit or left defensive end position. Now let's see if Coach Lindsay goes to the air as I notice Travis Pickett comes out for Barren County, and as he does, well, that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1 quarter, Glasgow and Barren County scoreless here at Trojan Stadium. We'll be back with the second period in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
At South Central Bank, one thing we're proud of is the convenience we offer for our customers. Convenience like that at our newly remodeled Pritchardsville office. We've redone the building inside and out to make it more efficient and attractive for you, even on Saturdays. Come see the changes. And talk about convenience. Our Mac Anytime Teller machine at the Happy Valley office of South Central Bank makes it easy for you to get the cash you need anytime. And did you know that South Central Bank customers can use the Mac machine without transaction fee at any Bowling Green location of South Central Bank too, making it easy for you to access the services South Central Bank offers at any time. South Central Bank's newly remodeled Pritchardsville office joins the Park City, Happy Valley, and Broadway locations in reintroducing you to customer convenience. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
14 karat gold. Got WCLU. A couple of scores to pass on to you. In the first, Edmonson County leads Metcalfe County 6-0. And in the second, Russell County leads Wayne County 7-6. Now back to Jim. It's my birthday, Moody.
Happy birthday, Mr. Moody.
Well, thank you, sir. And thank you, Kevin. Kevin Corbin.
How old are you, 50?
Well, yeah. Yeah, all right. About as old as Randall Cook. All right.
No, you're not hardly as old as me, as Cook and I.
Not hardly as smart either.
Not hardly as old. I'm older than dirt.
Not much offense,
well,
Larry, in the first
I'm
quarter.
as old as he is, so what does that make me?
Barren County 19 yards in offense. Glasgow with 15. Scotties have 1 first down. All of that rushing. Thank you, Bruce and Randall. 3rd and 8 for the Trojans as Clemens in motion to the left side. Here's Houchins. Quick pass is going to be caught by John Michael Clemens. Makes a completion. Has it at the 29-yard line, but that's it. Just a little screen pass in the flat, and the Scotties covered it pretty well. Houchins hit him with a nice pass, but not much running room right there as Morgan Brantley, 6', 156 junior, makes a stop. Completion of a couple, maybe 3, and it's going to be 4th and 5. So, Larry, with 11:33 left in the first half, not a lot of offense so far in this neighborhood battle.
Defensive struggle so far. It's very surprising. I knew Barren County probably had a very good defense. I didn't know Glasgow's was going to be as strong as it is so far.
Houchins will kick. Here's a boot. High and over in kick. Let's see if Gentry will make the fair catch at the 45-yard line. So the Scotties have good field position, 1st and 10. Thanks to Kevin for passing along those scores. And Kevin will have more for us here on WCLU. We'll have our Ask the Coach program tomorrow morning, 8:30 here on WCLU Sports. Talk with our coaches about tonight's game. And next week we'll begin making our college football predictions. Kentucky and Louisville.
The Cats.
And Kentucky pretty successful on that Italian basketball tour. Only lost 1 game, I think.
Yeah, that just got me fired up. I wish it was basketball season already.
Glasgow out of the double slot facing a 7-man front, 6-man front defensively for the Trojans as Michael Moore with the quarterback draw, and he's going nowhere. Read well that time. I think Pickett just rode him down back at the 44-yard line. Little quarterback draw that Glasgow's had some success with in the past, but not that time. A loss of 2, 2nd and 12 as Pickett rode him down. Travis's second stop on the night. Scotties moved to your left in the second period. Barren County to your right.
I guess that's what that was, that quarterback draw.
What do you think it might have been?
I couldn't tell what he did, the handoff or whether, and had to eat it, or whether that was the call.
So the Scotties faced with 2nd and 12 at their own 44-yard line. Barren County and Glasgow's defenses have been outstanding so far as the Trojans show a 6-man front. Wide out on the left side for the Scotties is Depp. In motion to the right side is Gentry. As on the straight drop, here's Moore. Pass is going to be short, intended for Gentry. Flag is dropped at the 45. The pass is incomplete. And let's see what we've got.
We've got an offside here. Maybe illegal procedure. I think J.D. Depp might have moved just a little bit too early.
See what the call is, Larry. You're exactly right, sir. Let's see if the Trojans will take the penalty or decline it. If they decline it, it's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Scotties, and I think they're going to. 3rd and 12 at their own 44-yard line. Moore's pass just a little curl to the right sideline was far short, intended for Gentry, who was in motion to the right side.
Over the last 2 years, that's been the hardest pass for Michael to throw, is decide to quick out toward the sideline. He just doesn't seem to either throw it in the ground or he throws it too high, one or the other. I watched him practice the other day, and he was throwing the ball a lot better in that respect, but I think he throws the longer pass 20 to 25 yards a lot better than he does the shorter ones.
He leads the team up to the line of scrimmage out of the double slot. Barren County 6-man front as Moore on the straight drop. Moore being chased. Moore tries to get away, but he won't. But he's dropped back at about the 32-yard line. Didn't have a lot of protection that time, and boy, he was being chased by a lot of burgundy shirts. And he is sacked, 2nd sack of this game for Barren County. Travis Pickett's 3rd tackle, his 1st sack. Big loss that time, a loss of 10 yards. And now Barren County could get an edge in the field position department as Glasgow faced with 4th down and about 21 yards at the 34-yard line. Swords punts from his 20, and Profit will receive at his 33. Here's the kick. Beautiful hang time on this kick as Profit will wave for the fair catch. Fumble the ball, and Glasgow's got it at the 35-yard line, I think.
Michael Moore recovered that ball.
He called for the fair catch, and Glasgow gets the biggest break of this game so far. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Trojan 35-yard line. Profit waved for the fair catch. That was the best punt hang time-wise for Profit, and he put a little wobble on it, you notice, Bruce. 31-yard kick at a fumble for the Trojans, and the Scotties have it 1st and 10 at the Trojan 36-yard line.
A little bit of luck there, but we'll take it. It was a fair catch called, and he just went right through his hands. Michael Moore right in front of him, waiting to make the tackle, and when the ball slipped through his hands, he was there to fall on it.
Here come the Scotties. 1st and 10 at the Trojan 36. Backfield in the double slot. Get a motion to the right side as Gentry's handoff comes to Bradley. Bradley bulls his way inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Let's see how each team reacts to this. The biggest play of the game so far, Larry, is punching it down the field as Myron Bradley for a pickup of about 3. 2nd and 7 as Travis Pickett makes his 4th tackle. 2nd and 7 for the Scotties at the Trojan 32.5-yard line. As Nick Matters brings in the play, Bradley will come out, as will Demetrius Shadden. In the lineup, Nick Swords for the Glasgow Scotties. Now let's see if
a little beef on that front line.
Yes, sir. Let's see if Swords will he be at a end position, Larry?
Play the tight,
or he'll be at the tight end or on that side. As Matters is a fullback now against a 5-man front. As Michael Moore on the handoff. Here's Matters. Runs his way down to about the 30-yard line off right tackles. He got tripped up a little bit, just shy of the 30-yard line. As Glasgow's going to have it 3rd and about 4.5, just at the 30-yard line. 3rd and about 4, as Nick Matters with a pickup of about 3 yards.
Watched Josh Atkins kick the other day, and when he got it inside the 25-yard line, he looked like he was pretty accurate with it and had a pretty good leg from that distance. I think he needs to get in a little closer, though, if they're going to try a field goal.
Timeout, Scotties. That's their first of this game. 8:11 left in the first half. No score between Glasgow and Barren County. Back in Weapon it on WCLU Sports.
Driveway sealing is an important maintenance concern for driveways and parking lots of all sizes. Did you know that you can have your driveway sealed by professionals? The paving professionals at Glass Paving. Yes, Glass Paving knows the paving business, and they believe that driveway sealing is so important that they have a crew that does nothing but driveway sealing this time of year. Asphalt by nature is porous. That means water can seep through the paving. Grease, oil, and antifreeze can soften and break up the pavement surface. In short, shortening the life of your blacktop unless you protect it. Have it sealed by the people who know paving. Glass Paving. You can call right now for a free estimate at 651-6645. That's 651-6645. A small investment to protect your larger investment. Driveway sealing from the paving professionals at Glass Paving of Glasgow.
A big 3rd down play coming up for the Glasgow Scotties as they recover a profit fumble on a punt. Glasgow has it 3rd and 4 at the Trojan 30-yard line. 8:11 left in the first half. No score between Barren County and Glasgow.
Well, you're in 4-down territory right here, so you got 2 chances to make that 4 yards, but you would love to get it right here on 3rd down.
More with the inside, facing a 6-man front for the Trojans. Backfield in the double slot as a handoff comes to Gentry. Gentry tries to maneuver past the 30, got it to the 29, but that was it as he tried to sweep left. But Glasgow not having a lot of success on the outside. The Trojans doing a good job containing Glasgow's outside running game as Chris White makes his 2nd stop and gain of a yard. 4th and a long 3 for the Scotties at the Trojan 29. So if Barren County stops the Scotties right here, a big boost defensively for Barren. Of course, the Scotties could get a lot of momentum if they could pick up the 1st down.
I didn't get much yardage on that play. Maybe a little reverse action here. We haven't seen that yet this year.
Scotties in the double slot. The ends are tied. Moore working against a 6-man front. As in motion is Gentry. Here's a handoff to Matters. He's close to the 1st down to the 25-yard line. He's going to be close, Larry. I don't think so. I'm not sure.
That's going to be as close as you can get. They're going to have to measure, and this.
I don't think he got it.
I don't either.
I don't think the official marked it far enough. I think it's going to be short. I think it's going to be short. About a half a yard or about 6 inches, possibly.
If he got it, he just got it by the nose of the football.
I don't believe he got it, Larry. I will be surprised if he did. But they are going to measure for it. That was a nice run, though, by Matters.
It was. He broke a tackle and bounced outside and almost got there, but I think Greg Rich came up the tackle. I think he might have stopped him.
Let's see. Well, let's see.
He sure did by about 8 inches.
Yep. Bruce had it right on the nose. So Barren County, big stop defensively. The Scotties come close, but they failed to capitalize on a fumble. So give Coach Lindsay's defensive unit credit for stopping the Scotties. And Barren County will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. 7:27 left in the first half. And who made that last stop, by the way, for the Trojans, which was a first down saving stop?
Greg Rich.
That was his second, so that was a big one, Larry. Scotty's within inches of making the first down, but unable to do so. And Barron's been pretty tough against the run so far. Both teams have struggled offensively, and let's see what the Trojans do. So that'll happen to 1st and 10 at their own 26. They've got 2 wideouts on the left side, Slagle and John Michael Clements. The backfield is in the eye. Matt Clements is a fullback. And we may have Corey Profit is a tailback. Scotties have a 5-man front defensively as Chuck Houchins calling the signals for the Trojans. Here's a handoff as Matt Clemens will move it up to about the 28-yard line off left tackle. Picked up a couple of yards. It's going to be 2nd and 8. 7:10 left in the first half as John J. Bird, a 6'1", 195-pound senior, makes the stop. Gain of a couple, about 3 seconds, and a long 7 for the Trojans. Ball at the 28.5-yard line as Barren County makes a big stop on Glasgow when the Scotties were threatening after the fumble to punt, so it doesn't cost the Trojans.
It sure didn't. Glasgow missed a golden opportunity right there in Barren County territory and couldn't pick up the first down.
The I formation set behind Houchins with Clemens and Profit, 2 wideouts on the left side, Wyatt and Slagle. Scotties have a 6-man front defensively. As the handoff comes to Profit, he's tripped up. Now he has some running room. Profit breaks outside. Profit is ridden down at the 40-yard line by Myra Bradley. He caught him from behind, and Profit gives Barren County some room to work with. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 41-yard line. He busted through the middle that time, then cut to the outside, avoided one tackler, and Bradley ran him down for his 3rd stop. But after a gain of 12, and that's the first down of this season for the Trojans, 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Somebody missed the tackle right at the line of scrimmage, and then I think Brandon Chambers had a shot at him around the ankles and missed him, and then Bradley ran him down from behind.
Houchins with the I formation, facing a 5-man front. Here's a quick pitch off the handle. There's a fumble at the 39. Let's see who's got the football. The Scotties have it. And that time, as Houchins handed the football to Clemens, there was a collision, and somebody belted Houchins, and the ball was coughed up. Was it Nick Manners?
Nick Manners.
Who recovered the fumble? Who got that hit, Larry? Because somebody looked like they were shooting through the gap that time, and as that ball was being handed off, somebody popped Houchins.
Well, I couldn't tell exactly who it was. It was either Bradley or one of the linebackers. It may have been Manners himself.
1st and 10, 2nd fumble of this game for the Trojans, 2nd lost fumble. And again, a scoring opportunity for the Scotties. They have it at the Trojan 39-yard line with 6 minutes to go in the first half. No score right here. The ends are tied. Moore with the double slot backfield as the reverse handoff comes to Gentry. Gentry works his way to about the 37-yard line as he got the double reverse. Football first went to Chambers, and as he went to his right, he handed it to Todd Gentry, and Gentry scooted through the middle for maybe 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Clemens with his 3rd tackle, and this Barren County defense against the run, Larry, has just been outstanding. 2nd and about 8.
Well, they've got a big front up there, and they've not given much of anything. They've had 2 turnovers so far that hasn't cost them anything yet on offense.
Scotties, Matters, the fullback position, the double slot, the halfbacks, Chambers and Gentry. As again, the double reverse handoff goes to Gentry. He's got a block. Has it at the 35. Gentry at the 30. Gentry at the 25. Gentry is ridden out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Trojan 25-yard line. Larry, describe it as Glasgow has its biggest gain from scrimmage. Pickup of about 12 yards. 1st and 10 at the Trojan 25. Tony Peden stop.
Well, Brandon Chambers lines up at the left slot, and Michael Moore hands it off to him inside on the inside handoff like it's going to be just a slot around. And then Todd Gentry comes back around to the left side and takes the handoff from Chambers, and he had Michael Moore out blocking for him, and Michael made a good block out there for him. 2nd first down of this game for the Glasgow Scotties. A double slot with the inside. Barren County 6-man front as Michael Moore calling the signals. Moore on the handoff up the middle. Here comes Manders. Manders blast off one tackle, trying to fight for yardage as he goes down to about the 22-yard line off left tackle. As a swarming defense by Barren County on the right side of that front, led by Chris Wyatt. That's his 3rd tackle.
gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for the Scotties. 4:45 left in the first half. No score. Glasgow with its deepest penetration. In fact, the deepest penetration by anybody to this point. They've got it at the Trojan 22-yard line.
Be a big boost for the Scotties if they could take it in. 4:36, 4:35 with the clock running here before halftime, if they can put some points on the board.
Moore with the double slot behind him. Trojan 6-man front as Moore on the back. Quarterback draw has it at the 20. Moore spins away at the 15. Moore at the 10-yard line. Moore 1st and 10 for the Scotties. And what a couple of great moves by Moore, Larry, to get away from tacklers at the 17 and the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Scotties near the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Michael Moore took the snap from center and turned around and faked the pitch to Brandon Chambers and then just went right straight back up the middle. And when he got there, he made a move on number 4, Tony Peden, and made a big spin move and got away from the initial tackle, and then Peden was had the good enough speed to come back and get him.
It's 1st and 10 at about the 10.5. Just shy of the 10-yard line. The double slot for the Scotties working against the 6-man front. Moore calling the signals. Moore on the handoff, cutting outside is Manners. Manners breaks his way to the 5, Manners to the 4, Manners down to about the 3-yard line as the Scotties inching their way toward that goal line. Again, they can get a first down without scoring. That's a very big play, in my opinion, for the Scotties, Larry. On 1st down, Barren County wanted to try to shut them down to make it 2nd and long, but Manners, boy, he's been impressive. Manners with about an 8-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 2. He's carried it 4 times for 17 yards. Randy Knuckles, 2nd stop.
You notice that we've gone away from that fullback right straight up the middle toward Mr. Pickett and Ricks and company up in the middle. Now we're trying to veer outside with it, and we're having some success.
Scotties at the 3. 2nd and 2. Moore, the double slot. Moore on the handoff. Here's Manners. 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Touchdown, Glasgow. With 3:15 left in the first half. Set up by a fumble. The Scotties march 39 yards, all on the ground, and lead Barren County by a score of 6-0. 3:15 left in the first half. And Larry, what did Glasgow do better up front offensively to move the football that drive?
Well, they went outside a whole lot better that time. They had to reverse and got outside, and then Manners outside. All plays going off tackle.
Atkins will try the extra point. Here's a boot by Atkins. Good. And Glasgow leads Barren County by a score of 7-0 with 3:15 left in the first half. We'll be back in 60 seconds on WCLU Sports.
The two. And a 20-ounce drink, and you've got yourself a great meal for just $2.99. Other places can try to match our low prices, but they can't match our great food.
Hi, this is Dave Thomas. Just remember this: when you start with the best hamburger in the business, you end up with the best combo in the business.
Sharon Stone shoots from the hip in one of the most original westerns ever made. TriStar Pictures presents The Quick and the Dead, now available on video cassette at Cinema to Go. Sharon Stone and Gene Hackman star in this high-caliber western about a gorgeous gunslinger who enters a quick draw contest looking for revenge. The most entertaining film of the year, says WABC Radio. The Quick and the Dead, rated R, now available for rent from Columbia TriStar Home Video at Cinema to Go and the Southgate Plaza, Glasgow.
Glasgow with a 39-yard drive, 6 plays, 2-yard run by Matters, and the Scotties lead 7-0. Poppy Franklin set to kick off. A freshman. His profit is deep at the 5.
Yeah, the Scotties got a break on the fumble recovery, of course, and didn't result in a long drive, just 39 yards, but they got the ball outside.
And look at Poppy. He knocks it into the end zone.
I told you, Poppy, our kicking game is excellent this year. Nick Store's a great punter. Got a man that can kick it off in the end zone, and Poppy Franklin and Josh Atkins is pretty good on the extra points and field goals.
So let's see what Barren County can do, Larry. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line as the Scotties lead 7-0. Coming up at halftime, we'll check our stats with Randall and Bruce. We'll look at scores from other games with Kevin. We'll have our halftime trivia challenge where you could win a free Big Mac from McDonald's here in Glasgow. So now what do the Trojans need to do, Larry, as they trail 7-0?
Well, they need to, I think Billy's probably going to try to open things up a little bit more right here. With 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go, he would like to retaliate with something on the board before halftime.
Houchins calling the signals. The backfield is split as Randy Knuckles back in the backfield. Here's a pass that is going to be incomplete at the 25. Pass intended for Clemens a little bit high. It's going to be 2nd and 10. And little flea flicker. Yeah, that Houchins may have tossed the ball to another back. That might have been, not sure if that was it Profit? Profit coming around, little flea flicker, that little swing pass or swing toss, Larry, that you see. I always remember San Diego running that against Miami in the playoffs about 10 or 12 years ago. And that was successful, and we've seen it a few times.
Well, the pass was right there. He just didn't handle it.
2nd and 10 for the Trojans at their own 20-yard line. Timeout, Barren County. That's Barren County's first timeout. 3:11 left in the first half. Scotty 7, Trojans nothing. We'll be back in 60 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Now at Ponderosa, you can get an 8-ounce Kansas City strip steak with the Grand Buffet for only $6.99. 8 delicious ounces of Kansas City strip steak and all you can eat from the Grand Buffet for only $6.99. And if 8 isn't enough for you, then you can get Ponderosa's 11-ounce Kansas City strip steak with the Grand Buffet for just $7.99. And don't forget about the all-you-can-eat seafood buffet every Thursday night from 4 till close for only $6.99 at Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow.
When you're a team, you work together for the good of everyone. The team at the Glasgow Electric Plant Board is working for you night and day. They do their best to bring you reliable electric service and superior cable TV service. They want to help make life easier, better, and more enjoyable for everyone in Glasgow. Become a part of Glasgow's team and support your hometown. Call the Electric Plant Board about any of their many services. You can call them anytime at 651-8341.
A few quick scores before we send it back to Jim. Russell County is over Wayne County 19-6 in the half. Greenwood leading Warren East 7-0 in the second quarter. 14-7 is the score. Franklin Simpson leading Meade County in the third quarter. Edmonton County over Metcalfe County 12-0 in the half. And Caverna leads Butler County 27-0 at halftime.
Thank you, Kevin. Good job, sir. You ever did an outstanding job with our scores as Barren County's Houchins made the quick toss sweep to Profit. Profit gained, or actually he lost a yard as he was driven back. And, you know, Jerry talked about that swarming defense. He wanted to see 6 or 7 guys make the hit or at least be there. Well, I saw 3 or 4 Scotties that time, Larry, as he tried to turn the right corner, couldn't do it. It's going to be 3rd and 11 back at the 19 for the Trojans.
A very good quick defense that Glasgow has on the field that they started with. All of them can move, especially J.D. Depp into linebacker, Myron Bradley up there at the nose, and everybody else has good, decent speed.
Houchins on the delayed handoff to Profit. He is going nowhere. He is dropped back. Uh-oh, there's a flag, I think, or was it just where the ball was marked back at the 16?
I think he just threw his little beanbag out.
Well, let's see. What do we have here? Timeout Glasgow, because they have 2:13 to work with, and now there was a loss of about 2 or 3, loss of 2. Myron Bradley made that stop. That's his 4th on Profit, and right now, Glasgow's defense has been outstanding. It's 4th and 13. Timeout, Scotties. Kevin, let's take only a 30-second break. Kevin, only a 30-second break on WCLU Sports.
Your full selection, full-service clothing store is Golden Farley in Glasgow. Their full selection ranges from sportswear to suits to tuxedo rentals. Full service by Golden Farley means alterations are available on anything they sell. And special order means if they don't have it, chances are they can get it. Golden Farley has sportswear by Ruff Hewn, Polo, by Ralph Lauren and Cross Creek, suits and sports coats from well-established name brands like Corbin, PBM, and Austin Reed. For the more discriminating individual, there's the custom clothing option from Austin Reed. Golden Farley Men's Shop, 112 East College in Glasgow. For years, the look of distinction.
Larry, it's going to be 4th at about 13 for the Trojans at their own 17-yard line. And the Scotties, with 2:13 and 1 timeout, they hope to get good field position right here. Of course, you expect the Trojans to punt. Gentry's lined up at the Trojan 46-yard line. And the Scotties maybe go after a block here, as Houchins will punt from about his 5-yard line.
Well, I think they're going to get good field position, so I don't know if they'd risk trying to go after the punter right now or not.
Houchins will punt from his 5-yard line. Scotties do appear to be set up for the return. Here's a kick. Now there's a nice boot, end over end kick. And Gentry waves for the fair catch and makes it at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Scotties with 2:07 left. That was a nice punt by Houchins. Really a good punt. 27 yards. Had pretty good hang time on it. His Profit was down there. So the Scotties have 2 minutes and 7 seconds, 1 timeout. And they've got the football at the Trojan 44-yard line, leading 7-0.
Yeah, it's another good field position. They fumbled and the touchdown, and then Glasgow holding them in their own territory has gotten the field position back for them. So they have a chance with 2 minutes and 7 seconds here to put another score on the board, either get in the end zone or a field goal.
Michael Moore tries to give the football to Bradley as he was going to cut outside, but a flag is dropped, and Glasgow may be set back 5 yards right here. May have an illegal procedure call against the Scotties. I believe that's going to be, no, offsides against Glasgow.
Somebody lined up in the neutral zone, evidently. He should have called that. Well, he did call it right before the snap. They got the snap off, but he's supposed to blow the whistle before it snapped.
1st and 15 for the Scotties. That's not what Coach Eubank wanted to see as they started this drive at the 44. Now it's at the Trojan 49-yard line. 1st and 15 right here. Glasgow leading 7-0, taking advantage of a Barren County fumble and marching 39 yards just a few minutes ago. Nick Matters hit it from 2 yards out.
But it happened on first down, and you've got all 4 of them.
Well, that's true.
Get it back. So
yes,
that's
sir.
the best time to get a penalty if you're going to have one.
Wide out on the left side is Depp. Backfield is in the double slot. Bradley is back at the fullback position. Trojan 6-man up front. There's Michael Moore on the handoff. Here's Bradley. Breaks one tackle. Has it at the 45. Bradley at the 40. Bradley good block at the 35, 30, 25, 20. No. Bradley, a clip is going to be called at the 35-yard line, Larry. And that will nullify a good run.
That was a picky clip. Called it on J.D. Depp. The man turned on him. He had the guy face up, and the guy turned on him, and he hit him right there at the shoulders, and he's called the clip on him.
That was about a 35-yard run from Bradley, but it's going to be nullified. And a break for the Trojans. Unfortunate for the Scotties right there, as instead of 1st and 10 at the Trojan 18, from the point of the infraction, Larry, Glasgow will have it 1st and 16 at midfield, I believe.
Right.
That's a big penalty right there.
That's a tough call on J.D. He had the man blocked, and he just turned his back on him. And, the referee's supposed to take that into consideration, and he just barely touched him around the shoulders. He didn't really knock him to the ground, but, he saw fit to call it, and that's nothing we can do about it.
3rd penalty for 25 yards. And that's the biggest one in this game for Glasgow. 1:52 left in the first half. Scotties leading 7-0. The ball at midfield, 1st and 16. So the Scotties see Bradley break a 35-yard run, but unable to capitalize.
Well, that's what the freshman can do for you. He can get into, when he gets into that secondary,
he can motor, can't he?
He can motor when he gets outside. He can go with it.
Scotties with the double slot. As Michael Moore will drop back. He's got time. Here's a pass to the flat. It is going to be intercepted by Barren County. And still on his feet, and he may go for a touchdown. There's a flag. Going to score for Barren County's Bertram. He picks off the pass, but 3 flags are dropped at the 24-yard line, and that's probably going to come back.
Flags all over the field. I don't know what it's for, but it's probably clipping or a low block or something of that nature that's going to call this back. But
Bertram did a nice job. That pass from Moore intended for Bradley coming out of the backfield, and Michael threw it just a little bit short, and Bertram deflected it, Larry, and then caught it.
That's right.
And returns at about 50 yards for the touchdown, but I believe it's going to be nullified because of an infraction.
If that ball is tossed just a tad higher with a little bit more touch on it where it can get over Bertram's head, Mr. Bradley may go all the way with it. But Bertram made a good interception. He tipped it in there, and he went right back and got it.
Excellent play by Bertram. Unfortunately for the Trojans, it's going to come back, that 50-yard interception return for a touchdown. And the penalty is going to be marked from the Scotty 42. And the clip is going to be called. Now the Trojans see Glasgow turn it over for the first time. And Barren County with good field position. They've got 1:18 left in the first half. They've got, I believe, Barren has 2 timeouts remaining. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. So let's see what Coach Lindsay's troops do as they get the chain set. We have an official's timeout.
Turnovers are 2-1 now in favor of the Scotties.
Still the penalty looms big in that particular drive for the Scotties.
That's right. I should say that the Scotties have gotten 2 from Barren County, and Barren's only gotten 1 from Glasgow.
Alchin's calling the signals. 3 wideouts on the right side. Here's the pass. It's a little lateral. Here's Clements. He's going to try a long pass. Oh, wide open to Slagle. Pass is complete. Slagle's got it at the 10. Driven out of bounds at the 5-yard line. But we've got a flag down at midfield.
It may be over the line of scrimmage when he threw the football. I don't know.
Let's see what
holding.
What is the infraction? We've got a flag on the play, and let's see what the infraction is.
It's back at the 50-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage. This one's going to come back. Ineligible receiver downfield.
Barren County fans don't like it.
That's a loss of down, I think.
Is that a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down?
5-yard penalty and a loss of down, I think.
Well, that nullifies a pass play, Larry. Some 47 yards. Little halfback. Really, it was a little flanker pass. It was a lateral from Houchins to John Michael Clemens, and then racing down the field was Edgar Schlegel, and he made a beautiful catch, just beat the Scotty defense at the 20, and it's finally shoved out of bounds at the 5, but it's going to come back. An eligible receiver downfield.
It's not a loss of down, but it's just 5-yard penalty.
A big one for the Trojans right there.
He put both hands on top of his head. That's illegal participation.
So it is going to be 1st and 15. Illegal participation is the call against the Barren County Trojans.
Both hands.
Big penalty right there for Barren County High. 1st and 15. The Scotties leading the Trojans by a score of 7-0. 1:09 left. That is the 4th penalty for 40 yards. And right out on the left side of Schlegel.
We'll have to clarify that penalty. You know, the referee put both hands on top of his head, and that's illegal participation. If he puts one hand on top of his head, that's an ineligible receiver downfield.
So it's 1st and 15.
Illegal participation would have been a 15-yard penalty, though,
right,
if you participate.
So evidently,
he must have gave the wrong signal.
Right.
I'm sure it's probably ineligible downfield because that is a 5-yard penalty.
1st and 15 for the Trojans at their own 42-yard line. Backfield is split behind Houchins. Scotty's 6-man front defensively. Wide outs on each side as Houchins will drop back. Here's Houchins' pass. It is going to be caught. Clemens breaks one tackle, has it to midfield. Clemens breaks another, moves past the 45, down to about the 43-yard line. With 1 minute to go in the first half. Nice pass completion on the near sideline from Houchins to John Michael Clemens. Clemens with good hands moves the football down to the Scotty 42-yard line before Todd Gentry rides him out of bounds. Scotty did it in midfield, Larry, and he broke loose, and that's the tackling that Jerry Eubank was talking about that the Scotties had to do a better job of. Pass completion that time of 16 yards, a first down for the Trojans. That's their second of the night.
You don't usually see Todd Gentry give up on one, but he gave up on that tackle, thought he had him out of bounds, and he didn't, and had to go back and make the tackle again.
Here's Houchins. Here's a long pass that is going to be caught. And I believe it's going to be, is it going to be ruled out of bounds? Let's see, the officials, are they marking the football?
He didn't call anything. He was out of bounds, wasn't he?
Well, he was out of bounds, I thought. They said he got shoved out of bounds. And let's see, the officials are going to talk about it. I thought he was out of bounds, Larry.
Incomplete, yeah.
Yes, it is an incomplete pass.
He didn't make any kind of signal on it.
No, he didn't. He did not rule an incomplete pass.
He just walked down and picked the football up, and Billy Lindsay's giving him a head full right now. and he's rightfully so. It's either interference, the guy pushed him out of bounds, or I don't think there was any interference either way on that.
Billy going to talk to the referee right here, it looks like.
Both players were going for the football, and he just caught it. The Barren County's player did catch it, but he was out of bounds.
That pass was Clemens, but he was out of bounds. Was it Gentry defending him, I think?
Todd had inside position on him, and the Barren County player was outside. And he may have come down with the ball with 1 foot in bounds. You know, that's all you have to have in high school is 1 foot in.
40.5 seconds left. Barren County uses its second timeout. We'll take a 30-second break again. Kevin, Glasgow leading 7-0. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
The $2.99 hamburger combo has gotten awfully common. So where do you go? Well, you go where you can get the best hamburger. Wendy's. You see, at Wendy's, our $2.99 quarter-pound single combo starts with fresh beef served hot off the grill. You add biggie fries and a 20-ounce drink, and you've got yourself a great meal for just $2.99. Other places can try to match our low prices, but they can't match our great food.
Hi, this is Dave Thomas. Just remember this. When you start with the best hamburger in the business, you end up with the best combo in the business.
Well, the Trojans have gone to the air, and there's been some excitement when they've gone to the air, Larry.
Yeah, well, I said before the ball game started that we can't let them throw on us, and I think Billy Lindsay has found out here in the last few seconds, last couple of minutes, since they've gotten the football back after the Glasgow touchdown, that they can throw the football. So I would look for a little bit more wide-open offense out in the second half out of Barren County.
Trojan fans coming to their feet. Barren County one more timeout. They trail 7-0. 40.5 seconds left of the first half. They've got the football at Glasgow's 42-yard line. 2nd and 10. Scotty's 6-man front. Glasgow has not gotten a lot of pressure on Hutchins when he's taken the 3-step drop. Backfield is split right now. Scotty's on a 6-man front as Hutchins will drop back. Now the Scotties will chase him. Here comes Hutchins' pass. It is going to be intercepted by Chambers. Let's see, was he out of bounds? I guess he was. Let's see, was he ruled out of bounds? Right. The ball was tipped, but he was ruled out of bounds when he intercepted it. Pass a little bit high, intended for Troy Stevens at the 38 on the right sideline. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 with 34 seconds to go in the first half. Now, what do we have here, Larry? I thought they were going to go back into the. They were going to go into a no-huddle offense. Now it is going. They'll go back into the huddle, and timeout is called. And Barren County is going to call their final timeout on 3rd and 10 with 34 seconds to go in the first half. The Scotties lead 7-0. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
One of the toughest jobs if you're remodeling a home or building a new home is to get all the moldings and the trim to come out looking just like you want it. Maybe you've added a wall or taken out a cabinet and you just can't seem to get all that molding to match up because either it's not made anymore or you can't find enough of it. Well, did you know that at Square Deal Lumber Company's shop there in Cave City, they actually make hardwood moldings? It's true. Maybe you're redoing an older home. Maybe an architect has drawn a particular design up that they'd like for you to use in your design or construction. Well, at Square Deal Lumber Company, they can make that molding in poplar or oak, cherry, walnut, any species that you'd like. They can do it. Square Deal uses only clear, high-grade lumber, which means there's not any finger joints that are going to show through the finish or that won't come apart later on down the road. And they're priced competitively because they make them right there in the shop in Cave City. So bring your plans, bring your sample, and realize that the buck stops with the folks at Square Deal Lumber Company in Cave City. They can get the job done for you.
3rd and 10 for the Trojans at the Scotty 42. They've got Clemens and Slago split out to the left side. Backfield is in the eye with Matt Clemens and Corey Profit. Now Matt Clemens goes in motion to the left side. Scotties have a 6-man front. Here's Hutchins. Little pass in the flat comes to Matt Clemens. He's got some room. Clemens has it. He'll be taken down, I believe, about a yard shy of the first down at the 32-yard line. They are out of timeouts, Larry, and the clock rose with 20 seconds to go. It is going to be 4th and about a yard as the stop was made by Demetrius Shadden. It's going to be 4th at about a yard with 12 seconds to go. Hutchins out of the I formation with 10 seconds. Hutchins will drop back. Hutchins is being chased. Hutchins, here's a long pass. It is going to be incomplete, and the Scotties stopped him as his pass over the middle to 23-yard line is incomplete, intended for Slago, and it was broken up by Brandon Chambers. Chambers has done a good job in that secondary. So the Scotties stopped the Trojans. Of course, the Trojans hurt themselves on an eligible receiver downfield.
That's right.
On a long pass.
They had a touchdown call back because of that, and it was a very well conceived play. It's one of those kind of plays that Billy's famous for, Billy Lindsay.
So Larry, the Scotties, barring something unforeseen, will have a touchdown lead entering the half.
Yeah, 3.8 seconds ago, all we do is kneel down with it now and go to the locker room with a 7-0 lead.
Moore will just kneel down, and the first half will come to a close. But a defensive struggle, at least it was for most of the first half, but I think a telling point, Larry, Glasgow showed that they, at least on their final, or on their touchdown drive, that they could run against Barren County. But I think a big concern for Jerry Eubank is that Barren County will be able to throw the ball against the Scotties.
I think you're right. Glasgow showed that they can move the football, getting it outside. They did that. They scored a touchdown.
And they stopped Barren's runs.
Fumble recovery. But Barren has come back, got some life when they saw that they had to open it up. They spread the field out and doing halfback passes and other things like that. And we're not getting a lot of pressure on Chuck Hutchins at quarterback, so he's standing back there and having good time to look and pick people out. So it could be a different ball game in the second half if we can't stop their passing attack.
All right, let's ask our 14-carat gold halftime trivia challenge, where you could win a free Big Mac from McDonald's here in Glasgow.
All right.
One winner per household per sports season. Larry, the number 651-9149. Kevin Corbett will man the phones, and we'll let Kevin tell us who our winner is. If the lines are tied up, I'll try again.
Well, we're going to start off with a very, very easy one this year. We want somebody to win right off the bat here. The first ever meeting between Glasgow and Barren County, and we've already gone over that tonight, was in 1977 in football. Glasgow won that ball game 14-10. Now, I want you to tell me who the two coaches were of those two schools in that first encounter. Who were the first two coaches when Glasgow and Barren County played the first ever football game between the two schools?
651-9149 is the number to call. At the half, Glasgow 7, Barren County nothing. We'll be back in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
It was a sun-drenched autumn day, and the two guys were prepared for gridiron greatness and frantic feasting at McDonald's, the Golden Arches.
Hey, hungry there, Freddy Famished?
As ever, Sammy, starving.
A day that saw McDonald's offering 2 towering Big Macs for only $2, an offer that created craving in the hungry ranks.
I can't wait, Jerry.
Me either, anxious Andy.
So with the speed of gazelles and the hunger of ravenous lions, the two made a break for McDonald's, pursuit of 2 hot Big Macs.
Sorry, Jerry.
I'm running full speed, Larry Lanky Legs.
McDonald's would offer the 2-for-$2 conversion for only a limited time. 2 taste-tempting Big Mac sandwiches for only $2. Or 2 morning fresh egg McMuffin sandwiches for only $2. It had become a war against time.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please?
Oh, you bet you can, Polly Polite. 2 Big Macs for $2, please.
Sure thing.
Victory over the ticking clock. Another legendary tale in the annals of the two guys' history.
Have you had your drink today?
Ask for details. Prices and participation may vary.
Sharon Stone shoots from the hip in one of the most original westerns ever made. TriStar Pictures presents The Quick and the Dead, now available on video cassette at Cinema to Go. Sharon Stone and Gene Hackman star in this high-caliber western about a gorgeous gunslinger who enters a quick draw contest looking for revenge. The most entertaining film of the year, says WABC Radio. The Quick and the Dead, rated R, now available for rent from Columbia TriStar Home Video at Cinema to Go and the Southgate Plaza, Glasgow.
Our lives just get more hectic all the time. Run here, do this, go there. How about saving yourself a little running around? With the electric plan board, cable TV service is built.
The band is under the leadership of Field Commander Gloria Crump. The flag captain is Crystal Wilson. And the percussion captain is Chris Trout. The band is under the direction of Ed Boston and Robbie Fudge. This evening's exciting musical program will begin with La Suerte de los Patos, featuring trombone soloist Dwayne Arms and trombone soloist Beth Ann Hurley. The band's second selection is The Tiger of San Pedro, featuring French horn soloist Andy Sexton and the trombone soloist Gloria Crump. The band will conclude this evening's performance with Aztec Fire, featuring a trumpet duet by Dwayne Arms and Justin Haynes. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1995 Barren County High School Marching Trojan Band. Field Commander Gloria Crump, is your band ready? Barren County High School Marching Trojan Band, you may take the field.
night, but he does get a good hang time. Like you say, he got the one that hung up there and wobbled, and they called a fair catch and fumbled it, and Michael Moore was able to recover it. Michael snaps on punts, so he's the first person that can release there off that offensive line, and he got downfield to cover that. Like Nick did have a 30.5 average. His longest was also 34 yards.
Thank you, Bruce. The score at halftime, Glasgow 7, Barren County nothing. What we'll do, Kevin, we'll take a 2-minute break, and if you've got any scores to pass along, we'll let you do that. Back in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
Driveway sealing is an important maintenance concern for driveways and parking lots of all sizes. Did you know that you can have your driveway sealed by professionals? The paving professionals at Glass Paving. Yes, Glass Paving knows the paving business, and they believe that driveway sealing is so important that they have a crew that does nothing but driveway sealing this time of year. Asphalt by nature is porous. That means water can seep through the paving. Grease, oil, and antifreeze can soften and break up the pavement surface. In short, shortening the life of your blacktop unless you protect it. Have it sealed by the people who know paving. Glass Paving. You can call right now for a free estimate at 651-6645. That's 651-6645. A small investment to protect your larger investment. Driveway sealing from the paving professionals at Glass Paving of Glasgow.
Now at Ponderosa, you can get an 8-ounce Kansas City strip steak with the Grand Buffet for only $6.99. 8 delicious ounces of Kansas City strip steak, and all you can eat from the Grand Buffet for only $6.99. And if 8 isn't enough for you, then you can get Ponderosa's 11-ounce Kansas City strip steak with the Grand Buffet for just $7.99. And don't forget about the all-you-can-eat seafood buffet every Thursday night from 4 till close for only $6.99 at Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow.
Your full selection, full-service clothing store is Golden Farley in Glasgow. Their full selection ranges from sportswear to suits to tuxedo rentals. Full service by Golden Farley means alterations are available on anything they sell. And special order means if they don't have it, chances are they can get it. Golden Farley has sportswear by Ruff Hewn, Polo, by Ralph Lauren and Cross Creek, suits and sports coats from well-established name brands like Corbin, PBM, and Austin Reed. For the more discriminating individual, there's the custom clothing option from Austin Reed. Golden Farley Men's Shop, 112 East College in Glasgow. For years, the look of distinction.
Well, the closest game in the area is the Greenwood-Warren East game. At halftime, Greenwood leads 10-6. Other than that, we're the closest at 7-0 with Glasgow leading over Barren County. Other scores, Caverna's over Butler County, 27-0 in the third. Edmonson County over Metcalfe County, 24-0 in the third. Franklin Simpson at Meade County. Franklin Simpson's leading 28-7 late in the fourth quarter. Russell County is leading Wayne County 19-6 in the third, and Central Hardin is really blowing out E-Town 36-0 in the third. Take it back to Jim.
Or Glenn Bird. I tell you, I'm gonna have to get Glenn Bird back on the radio one of these days. How dare you?
How dare you were? 43. Well, you don't look a day over 40.
The whole town heard it out here.
You don't look a day over 40.
Well, hello, Todd Steenbergen. How are you, sir?
Todd's got the ball with him.
Appreciate that. I'm 33. I'm not 43 like Glenn Bird told the whole town out here tonight. Good gracious.
I don't think he looks a day over 40. Do you, Larry?
Randall, tell us about the Chamber of Commerce tournament you played in today.
Jim, it was a great tournament today. Hats off to the Chamber and Jimmy Bewley and all the crew there at Glasgow Country Club, Doug Williams and his wife. Just a great, great tournament. I really enjoyed playing in it today. The winning team was Glenn Moore, Leroy Johnson, William Nunn, and Sheila Oliver. They shot a 59. They were tied with Theron Martin, Ken Hatton, Bob Jenkins, and Leanne Moore. And they had a playoff, and I don't know how many holes that went, but Glenn Moore, Leroy Johnson, William Nunn, Sheila Oliver won the playoff. Third place was Don Jordan, Jeff Hogue, Ewing Hopkins, and Cindy Garrett. They shot a 60. Brad Calvert, Steve Smith, Darren Ripley, and Jerry Alway also shot a 60. Sam Day, Dickinson, Mike Shipley, James E. Wilkinson, and Ozzie Adwell also. All three of those teams shot 60. Don Jordan's team was third on a scorecard playoff. Brad Calvert's was fourth, and Sam Day Dickinson's was fifth. They also had a three-way tie for 6th, 7th, and 8th. The sixth-place team was Brad Sin, Philip Logston, Frankie Williams, and Sheila Pruitt. They shot a 61. In seventh place was Marty Ross, Danny Capps, Brent Fackler, and Greg Gazaway. They shot a 61, and Dennis Cawthorn, Mike Pruitt, Avery Matney, and Wade Browning all shot 61s, but like I say, they went to the scorecard playoff, and they ended 6, 7, and 8. So
there were 36 teams in it, 2 foursomes on every hole, a four-man, four-person best ball scramble, and it was just a great time. And like I say, hats off to the Chamber and Jimmy Bewley, and the sponsors were Bailey Gibson and Quality Temporaries. I don't think that's what they're called. Quality Personnel.
Yeah, Quality Personnel, right. And they did an excellent job. Had some gift packages for everybody, and had a good meal afterwards. And it was just a great day, Jim. And our hats off to all those people that were a part of that today.
Thank you, Randall, for that information. Certainly do appreciate that. All right, we're just about ready for the second half, as the Barren County Trojans have the option, Larry. What about the second half? Barren County will move to your right in the third quarter. Glasgow to your left. Scotty's lead 7-0.
Well, it should be an interesting second half. Glasgow with the lead 7-0 here at halftime. Barren County has showed signs of coming to life late in the second half. They had a touchdown called back by route of the pass because of an ineligible receiver downfield. So they are just about primed and ready to get their air game going. And Glasgow has shown some success running the football outside the tackles. It should be an interesting second half. We'll see if Barren opens it up and see if Glasgow can stop them.
Profit, Clemens, and Slagle. Profit in the middle, deep to receive at the 7-yard line. Here comes Poppy Franklin's kick. High end overhead boot that will drive Slagle back into the end zone, and that's the second time that Poppy has booted it into the end zone. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Barren County Trojans, and they'll begin this drive at their own 20-yard line. Glasgow leading 7-0. Nick Matters scores from 2 yards out late in the first half. A 39-yard drive that was set up by a Barren County fumble. So here come the Trojans on offense, and we'll see if there are any changes for either ball club's starting unit. As I look at Glasgow's starting defense, Larry, I don't see any changes from the first half. And for Barren County, I don't see any immediate changes as they'll break the huddle here in just a moment. Chuck Couchins, junior quarterback, leads the way. In the backfield, Clemens is a fullback, Profit is a tailback, receiver split left and right. On 1st and 10, Scotty's with a 6-man front. It's Clemens. Matt Clemens is a devotion to the near sideline. There's a handoff. Here comes, battling his way for not much running room, is going to be Matt Clemens. As Clemens on the reverse handoff, Larry tried to cut the left corner, but Glasgow had him hemmed in behind the line of scrimmage, and he's dropped for a 1-yard loss. Looked like a little reverse there. 2nd and 11 as Houchins got it to him, but John J. Bird stayed home and brought him down for his second stop. John Jay's a 6'1", 195-pound senior. 2nd and 11.
Well, that just about faked everybody. We thought he had somebody, it looked like he had somebody caught way deep in the backfield, and then here comes the runner out from the other side. So John Jay stayed home and did a good job.
Houchins with the I formation behind him. 2 receivers split to the right. Scotty 6-man front. As Houchins will give the football and stuffed back at the 17-yard line. Is there a fumble on the play? Scotty say they've got it, but I don't know. They're going to unpile the players. They're going to call time, and let's see, what do we have here? I'm not seeing any indication from the official. And whose football is it? It's Barren County's. Scotty's, I say Brandon Tooley was underneath.
Brandon Tooley right down on the bottom of the tackle.
Crockett got that ball, but Larry Glasgow's really been tough against the run. Loss of 1. It's 3rd and 12, and the Trojans had some success in the air late in the first half, so let's see if they do it right here, though they're bottled up on that 3rd and 12 at their own 18-yard line.
Well, of course, Glasgow, you know, with just under a minute to go on the last drive in the second half, of course, they were spread out and playing preventive defense, so things like you can open the field up pretty well against that and have some success, but now it's back to the normal game. Doesn't look like Billy's ready to open it up yet.
What do the officials call time, and what do we have here, Larry? Mark Wilson was set out to the right side. Timeout to Barren County, so they use a timeout early here in the second half. 10:32 left in the third quarter. Scotty 7, Trojans nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
A couple of things are very, very important in the concrete business. One is promptness, and two is quality. Square Deal Lumber Company has both mastered, let me tell you. Let's talk about promptness for a moment. How many times have you paid by the hour to have a construction crew waiting for a concrete truck to arrive, or maybe some sort of a long delay in the middle of the job? Well, since Square Deal Lumber Company has plants in Horse Cave and in Glasgow with enough trucks to assure prompt delivery for your job, you're going to cut that wait way down when you deal with Square Deal. Quality is important too, you know, and Square Deal uses proven mix designs with plenty of what it takes for long-lasting concrete with consistent quality, load after load after load. For over 40 years, Square Deal Lumber Company has been in the ready-mix concrete business. Give them a call, tell them where you need that load to go, and they'll be there very promptly. That's Square Deal Lumber Company for all of your concrete ready-mix needs.
It's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Scotties, or for the Trojans, at their own 18-yard line, Larry, as they've got two wideouts on the right side, Slagle and Wilson. Backfield is split behind Houchins with Profit and Matt Clemens. Scotties have a 5-man front as Clemens goes into motion to the left side. As Houchins, quick toss sweep will come to Profit. Profit battles his way. Profit moves outside, is taken down at about the 24 or 25-yard line, which is short of the first down. Nice toss sweep as he got some blocking on the left side, but he was driven out of bounds by Terry Anderson on the right corner. Terry's a 5'10", 153-pound junior. Gain of about 7. It's going to be 4th and about 5 for the Trojans at the 25-yard line. So the Scotties stop Barren County on their initial drive, and Todd Gentry will go deep at his 47 to receive Chuck Houchins' punt with 10:25 left in the third quarter.
A good help there by Nick Manners came over and helped Terry. Terry had him around the legs, and then Nick cleaned him up and knocked him out of bounds. Good field position can be had right here for the Scotties if nothing goes wrong.
That's a low snap. Here's a kick. Well, a low end over in boot that Gentry will take. He'll try to cut to the outside, but he's wrapped up at his own 47-yard line. Didn't have a chance. Good coverage that time. Profit was there, but I think it was Bertram.
Mr. Bertram
who
gets down.
You really liked, haven't you?
He gets down very quickly on the kickoffs and the punts.
So no return. 29-yard punt. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Scotties. Good field position for their first drive here in the second half at the 47-yard line. 10:17 left in the third quarter. Glasgow 7, Barren County nothing. See if Glasgow stays on the ground, Larry. They had some success going to the outside late in the first half, and they punched it up the middle. The passing game hasn't been effective. It's Myron Bradley, Brandon Chambers, and Todd. Well, let's see. Looks like we might have a new back on the right halfback side as Chambers is in motion. As the reverse handoff comes to Shannon. Demetrius cuts outside, moves up to about the 49-yard line. A little reverse, try to punch it up the middle, but the small opening was sealed in quickly by linebacker Randy Knuckles, 6'2", 215-pound sophomore. And on the misdirection, only a yard gain for Shannon. It is going to be 2nd and 9 for the Scotties at their own 49-yard line. 9:25 left in the third quarter. Barren County stopped on their first drive. Scotties with the football. Bradley is the fullback. Shannon, the right halfback. Chambers, the left halfback. Wide out on the right side is depth. Barren County has a 6-man front defensively as the handoff will come to Chambers. Tries to get a block out. A nice one from Bradley. Has it at the 45. Chambers down to about the 43-yard line. He'll be close to a first down. Boy, Myron Bradley just waylaid a Trojan to give Chambers an opening right there, Larry, at midfield, and he scampers down to the 43.5. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. It's 3rd and a yard. Edgar Slagle with the stop.
Yeah, good. That's another dimension that Myron Bradley gives you at about 100, 195 pounds, 190 to 195 pounds. He's a good blocker also, as well as having some speed on the run.
3rd and a yard for the Scotties. Double slot behind Moore. Wide out on the left side is Shannon. In motion to the far side is Chambers. The handoff comes to Bradley. He cuts outside. He's got the first down at the 42-yard line. Looks like that he might be able to turn it to that right sideline for more yardage, but after he picked up the first down at the Trojan 42, he was stopped by Randy Knuckles. That's already 4 tackles for Knuckles. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Trojan 42. Larry, how big was that first down for Glasgow here early in the second half?
Well, I think it gives you a lot of momentum, and he's changing up his running backs now. He's giving Todd Gentry a rest. Demetrius Shannon's playing some. He's got about 6 running backs, Jerry Eubank does, that can carry the football. And, Shannon's in for J.D. Depp right now.
Backfield is in the double slot as Gentry in motion and too many men in motion, and Glasgow didn't get someone set, and it's going to be 1st and 15 after a 5-yard penalty.
You can send only one man in motion at a time, and by that time both of them, well, they called the timeout before wave the flag off, they called timeout. Somebody had a good perceptive on that action there.
First timeout for Glasgow here. So with 7:56 left in the third quarter, Glasgow 7, Barren County nothing. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
The $2.99 hamburger combo has gotten awfully common. So where do you go? Well, you go where you can get the best hamburger. Wendy's. You see, at Wendy's, our $2.99 quarter-pound single combo starts with fresh beef served hot off the grill. You add biggie fries and a 20-ounce drink, and you've got yourself a great meal for just $2.99. Other places can try to match our low prices, but they can't match our great food.
Hi, this is Dave Thomas. Just remember this. When you start with the best hamburger in the business, you end up with the best combo in the business.
Now, at Cinema To Go in the Southgate Plaza, we dare you. Look into the mirror. Say his name 5 times, and then try to sleep tonight. He's the Candyman, Clive Barker's horror legend, and he's at your video store now in the long-awaited sequel to the top-running horror title of all time. If you like the original Candyman, the Fort Worth Star says Candyman Farewell to the Flesh is scarier than the original, and the Atlanta Tribune calls it scary as hell. Get ready to scream tonight. Candyman Farewell to the Flesh. Available now at Cinema To Go in the Southgate Plaza in Glasgow. Rated R.
Glasgow's Michael Moore on the quarterback draw. Sneaks downfield for a couple of yards. Defensed well by Barren County. It's going to be 2nd and 8 as he takes it from the 40 down, or actually from the 42 down to the 40-yard line before Matt Clements takes him down. 4th stop for Clements. 2nd and 8 for the Scotties at the Trojan 40 with 7:26 left in the third quarter. Wide out on the right side is Depp. Backfield's in the double slot as Moore calls the signals against a 5-man front, 6-man front for Barren County as a handoff comes to Chambers. Chambers has some room. Oh, he lost the football. Let's see who's got it. Barren County got it at the 39-yard line. So they stop a Scotty drive, and it's a 2nd turnover for Glasgow tonight. So a break for the Barren County Trojans, and it's going to be 1st and 10. Let's see who recovered that fumble as it slipped out of Chambers' hands and recovered by a Trojan.
At number 36, and I don't have a 36 on this.
Well, that's Troy Stevens for Barren County.
Oh,
flip your chart there.
I didn't flip the chart.
Barren County with the break as they've got it at their own 38, trailing 7-0. They've got the football 1st and 10. So the Scotties turn it over in Trojan territory. Wide out on the left side is Slagle. On the right side is Clements. Backfield is split for the Trojans. Glasgow 5-man front defensively as Houchins will call the signals. Houchins on the drop. Here is the pass. No, sir. He's going to be sacked and dropped. Was it Swords who got him? Number 78.
Swords, that's right.
And he sacked him back at the 35-yard line for a loss. Just shy of the 35. A loss of about 4. 2nd and 14. That's the first sack, and that's something that Jerry Eubank knows he's got to have to stop this Trojan offense.
That's exactly right. You got to put some pressure on them. If they're going to come out and try to spread the field out and try to throw the football, you have to get some pressure on them up front.
2nd and 14 for the Trojans at their own 34.5-yard line, trailing Glasgow 7-0. Again, they've got wideouts on each side. In fact, they've got a flanker on the left side, and that's Matt Clements. A single back behind Houchins is Corey Profit. Glasgow again a 5-man front as Houchins, a long cap. Houchins will drop back. Houchins is being chased. Houchins will be wrapped down far behind the line of scrimmage back at the 22-yard line. Couldn't roll away from the pressure, and he is sized down. I saw Myron Bradley over there.
Brandon Tooley finally got him.
That's his 3rd tackle. Big loss. 11-yard loss. So all of a sudden, Glasgow with a bit of a pass rush, and it's going to be 3rd and long for the Trojans. They've got to move the football to the 38. They've got the football at the 24. So it is going to be 3rd and about, well, actually, they've got to move it out to the 48. I said 38, but 48, so it's 3rd and about 21. It's Houchins with the split backfield against the 6-man front. Wideouts each side as Houchins will drop back. Houchins is being chased, got away from one man. Now he's being chased by Swords. Houchins tries to get away. Houchins will throw the ball. The pass is incomplete.
Hit the quarterback out of bounds.
Is that going to be a first down?
Brandon Tooley.
Will that be an automatic first down, Larry? Because the penalty would not be long enough to make up for the yardage. That's a personal foul against Glasgow.
I don't think it's automatic first down. No, it'd be 15 yards. But they'll get another play.
Right. Well, Larry, that could be a big penalty on the Scotties if the Trojans can continue to move the football.
Well, it's something they had their momentum going to the sideline, and Houchins turned the football loose about 2 yards before he went out of bounds, and Brandon Tooley already had the bead on him and just couldn't stop. It wasn't a malicious hit or anything like that, but it was a late hit out of bounds. He did go get him.
Personal foul call against the Scotties. That is their 5th penalty for 45 yards. They give Barren County a first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
I don't see how it was automatic first down.
Well, apparently it is on a personal foul.
Personal foul's not automatic first down, is it?
Well, it was that time. 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Here come the Trojans. Big break. They would have had to punt from deep in their own territory, but they've got it 1st and 10 at their own 39 against the 6-man front. Houchins will drop back. Houchins being chased. Here's a pass in the flat. It is incomplete. Good coverage by Chambers on Stevens, the split end at the 41-yard line. Chambers has really done a solid job in the secondary. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Barren County at their own 39-yard line.
15-yard penalty, personal foul.
Is that would that be a roughing the passer call?
That could be. Now, roughing the passer is an automatic first down. But he was, and he wasn't beyond the line of scrimmage, but he had moved out of the pocket.
2nd and 10 for the Trojans at the 39. Larry, what hurts Glasgow particularly is the field position, where they could have gotten the ball in probably great field position, but as it is, Barren County has it 2nd and 10 at their own 39 with a split backfield behind Houchins. Receiver split left and right. As dropping back, here's Houchins. A pass is going to be caught. Here's a little swing pass against the Prophet. Has it at the 40. Prophet at the 35. Prophet finally taken out of bounds at the 34-yard line as J.D. Depp is in good 1st and 10 for the Trojans. As that little swing pass worked that time, it was out of the flat to Clements, and he swung it around the Prophet. And big play for the Barren County Trojans with 5:08 left in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Scotty 35-yard line, and Depp is down. He may have a cramp.
That's the old flea flicker. I've seen Billy Lindsay do that at Western many times.
And it worked that time. Nice pass completion. Pass completion of 6 yards, and then a run by Prophet. 16-yard run by Prophet. So in total, 22-yard gain for Barren County, or let's say if that's right, we have an official's timeout on the field. 5:08 left in the 3rd quarter. Glasgow 7, Barren County nothing. Trojans with the football at the Scotty 34. We'll be back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
At South Central Bank, one thing we're proud of is the convenience we offer for our customers. Convenience like that at our newly remodeled Pritchardsville office. We've redone the building inside and out to make it more efficient and attractive for you, even on Saturdays. Come see the changes. And talk about convenience. Our Mac Anytime Teller Machine at the Happy Valley office of South Central Bank makes it easy for you to get the cash you need anytime. And did you know that South Central Bank customers can use the Mac machine without transaction fee at any Bowling Green location of South Central Bank too, making it easy for you to access the services South Central Bank offers at any time. South Central Bank's newly remodeled Pritchardsville office joins the Park City, Happy Valley, and Broadway locations in reintroducing you to customer convenience. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
14-karat gold, WCLU. Jim Moody, Larry Alexander, Randall Cook, Bruce Review here at Barren County High. Glasgow leading Barren County 7-0 as they continue to work on J.D. Depp. Dr. Mars down there. And
I think he's got a cramp in his leg.
Warm night, Larry. A beautiful night for football. Capacity crowd on hand here at Barren County High. We'll talk more about it tomorrow morning on Ask the Coach, live from McDonald's at 8:30 here on WCLU. Next Friday night, Barren County travels to Greenwood, and Glasgow will host Bardstown, one of the top single-A teams in Kentucky, as Depp is limping off the field. So big home opener for the Scotties.
Saw Coach Joey Downs a minute ago up here in the press box. Of course, he's ready to play Bowling Green tomorrow night. He's not looking forward to it at all. But he said he only has 4 seniors on his team, but he has 20 juniors and 20 sophomores, and a lot of them have seen playing time already. So he'll be good.
Quick, lots of speed. Well, Larry, a 6-yard completion to John Michael Clements, then on the little toss behind the line of scrimmage. Profit on a 21-yard run, 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Scotty 34-yard line. Deepest penetration they've had to this point. Backfield is split behind Houchins. Is now Matt Clements in motion as Houchins on the keeper. Tripped up as he spins past the 34 down to about the 33-yard line, maybe the 32, a gain of about a yard or two, where it's going to be 2nd down. Gain of about a yard or so. It's going to be second and a short 8 at the 32.5. As Barren County trying to tie this game in Scotty territory. Tackle made by Gary Pierce, a 5'11", 166-pound senior.
Well, it's a play out of the Scotties playbook right there. That was the old quarterback draw.
Trojans recover the fumble, and they're on the move. They've got wideouts on the left side. Scotty 6-man front. Backfield is in the eye behind Chuck Houchins. Glasgow almost a 7-man front. As a quick pitch comes to Profit. Profit moves his way past the 30 down to about the 28-yard line on the toss sweep to the left, maybe the 27. And a nice run by Corey Profit. And Barren County moving the football a little bit on the ground as it's going to be 3rd and a long 3 for the Trojans at the 27-yard line. 3rd and about 3. They've got to move it to the 24. Corey Profit, 11 carries, 58 yards for the Trojans. Nick Swords with his 2nd tackle.
4 down territory right here,
yes,
so
sir.
They've got 2 downs to get it. And John Michael Clemens just came into the ball game, so watch something sneaky here.
He and Slagle are wide to the right. Matt Clemens is a fullback. Profit is a tailback. Scotties, 5-man front defensively as Chuck Houchins will call the signal. Here's a toss sweep. Comes to Profit. Profit gets outside. Profit has the 1st down. And Profit will mosey down past the 25 to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trojans as they're marching and threatening to score. They've got it at the Scotty 23 as Brandon Tooley has his 4th tackle. 3:32 left in the 3rd quarter. Glasgow 7 to Barren County nothing, but Barren County on the march after a Scotty fumble.
Yeah, and the penalty on the roughing the passer really hurt the Scotties. They had things going their way, had Barren County stopped and was going to get good field position on the ensuing punt, and instead it's automatic 1st down and Barren County gets new life.
Scotties with the 5-man front. Houchins with the I formation behind him. Houchins, quick pitch up the middle. Nice running run by Clemens. Clemens past the 20. Beyond the 15 down to about the 12-yard line.
Foul going to go on top of that.
And that will put them half the distance to the goal. Should be half the distance to the goal penalty. And Barren County is in good shape right here, trying to move into their 1st score of the season. As foul is called against the Scotties, it will be half the distance to the goal. The ball is at the 11, so it's going to be 1st and goal at about the 6-yard line. And Barren County will be about 6 yards from scoring as Nick Matters made his 2nd tackle. That was it was a fake pitch, and then big Matt Clements rumbled up the middle. Clements had good yardage that time, an 11-yard burst. That is 5 first downs for the Trojans. And on top of that, the penalty of 6 yards, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Trojans at the Scotty 5-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good play. It was just the old quick pitch, and the fullback just delays just a half a count. And when he fakes the pitch, and then he just comes right along beside of him, takes the football out of his hands, and he was wide open at the middle.
Trojans in the eye, 2 wideouts to the right side, 1st and goal at the 5. Houchins on the handoff. Here it is to Clemens. He's going to go untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Barren County. The Trojans score on a 5-yard run by Matt Clemens. They look very impressive in that drive. They trailed the Glasgow Scotties 7-6 with 2:43 left in the 3rd quarter. And if Matt Clemens can nail the extra point, we'll have a tie football game. And he will try. The hold will come from Chuck Houchins. And the Trojans will try to tie it right here with 2:43 left. And he's the traditional style, conventional style kicker. Straight on. As here's the snap. It's a good one. Here's a kick. The kick is no good, and Glasgow still has a lead, 7-6 with 2:43 left. I'm not sure that That was a low snap.
Yeah, low
kind
snap.
Of a tough hold there.
Never did get it on the tee real good, and then it was just a line drive kick off to the right.
2:43 left in the third quarter. Glasgow 7, Barren County 6. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
It was a sun-drenched autumn day, and the two guys were prepared for gridiron greatness and frantic feasting at McDonald's, the Golden Arches.
Hey, hungry there, Freddie Famished?
As ever, Sammy starving.
A day that saw McDonald's offering 2 towering Big Macs for only $2, an offer that created craving in the hungry ranks.
I can't wait, Jerry.
Me either, anxious Andy.
So with the speed of gazelles and the hunger of ravenous lions, the two made a break for McDonald's, pursuant of 2 hot Big Macs.
Hurry, Jerry.
I'm running full speed, Larry, like your legs.
McDonald's would offer the 2 for $2 conversion for only a limited time. 2 taste-tempting Big Mac sandwiches for only $2. Or 2 morning fresh egg McMuffin sandwiches for only $2. It had become a war against time.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please?
Oh, you bet you can, Polly Polite. 2 Big Macs for $2, please?
Sure thing.
Victory over the ticking clock. Another legendary tale in the annals of the two guys' history.
Have you had your drink today?
Ask for details. Prices and participation may vary.
Right now, the Glasgow Scotties leading the Barren County Trojans 7-6 as the extra point try fails. And Matt Clements will kick off for the Scotties. Clements scored a 5-yard run on a 5-yard run just a moment ago. Barren County marched how far, Larry?
They went 61 yards. It took them 10 plays, and they took 5 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock.
Nice drive aided by a Glasgow penalty on 3rd and long.
Right.
Bradley deep at the 6. Matt Clements will kick off for Barren County. Nice kick, end over in boot that Bradley will take at about the 10. Has it at the 15. Bradley at the 20. Bradley at the 25. Bradley at the 30. Bradley breaks outside. Bradley finally up into the back of the 30-yard line, where the Scotties will have it 1st and 10. Good coverage that time by the Trojans. Let's see who led the way. Chris Wyatt, that's his 4th tackle. Barren County with some momentum on their side, Larry. 1st and 10 at their own 30. So the Scotties now want to take some time off the clock, move the ball down the field, and the Trojans want to stop them. 20-yard returned by Bradley. And do we have a new quarterback? It looks like we do. Will Whiteside is the new quarterback, Larry. 6'1", 150-pound sophomore. Backfield is in the double slot for the Scotties. As on the handoff, here's Bradley. Bradley shakes 1 tackle, continues to try to carry tacklers, finally ridden down at about the 31-yard line. You see how strong he is. He carried 3 Trojans for about 1.5 yards, and then he was finally stopped after about a yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 9 as Matt Clements' 5th stop. Now there's a good one-on-one situation to Bradley and Clements.
About 220 against 195 right there, and both of them got some speed.
See who we've got in the Scotty lineup. Looks like Demetrius Steer, number 5, is in the lineup. 5'9", 146 junior. Will Whiteside call the signals as the clock is running right here with 1:40 left.
Will's having a little trouble getting the play in and getting things situated. I guess he's a little nervous. He hasn't played a whole lot.
Backfield is in the double slot. As on the handoff, here comes Demetrius Shannon, and he is wrapped up for a big loss back at the 27-yard line.
Travis Pickett.
Owen Pickett, that's his 5th stop. He's a big one. 6'4", 265 senior. Loss of about 4. Third and a long 12 for the Scotties. And the momentum on Barren County side right here with 1:04 left in the 3rd quarter. Glasgow leading 7-6.
We're going to get a delay of game on top of this if they don't hurry.
You're right, as Manners finally brings in the play and the clock is rolling, and Glasgow doesn't have a lot of time, as you can look at the back official.
Yeah, he's watching his clock right now.
And
here
he calls it, and you could see it happening. Glasgow's going to be penalized 5 yards, taking too much time. Glasgow is digging themselves a hole here, Larry, as now it's going to be 3rd at about 17 at the 22-yard line. And the Scotties right now, watching Barren County, trying to take charge of this game.
Very much in disarray right now. They've got some substitutes in the ball game, and things not going very smoothly.
No wideouts. The ends are tied as Will Whiteside calling the signals against the 6-man front. As Whiteside on the handoff, here comes Gentry trying to cut outside. Gentry breaks 1 tackle, moves it past the 30, up to the 31. He got the penalty yardage back, and they lost back from 2nd down, but that's it. He moves it out to the 1-yard line, and it's going to be 4th and 9 as Philip Bertram makes his 5th stop. And now, as we'll begin the 4th quarter, I don't think Swords will punt here. There's only 7 seconds left in the 3rd period. Barren County should have good field position, and Clemens is going to go back and single safety to receive the punt. And the 3rd quarter is over. At the end of 3 quarters, Glasgow 7, Barren County 6. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Now at Ponderosa, you can get an 8-ounce Kansas City strip steak with the Grand Buffet for only $6.99. 8 delicious ounces of Kansas City strip steak, and all you can eat from the Grand Buffet for only $6.99. And if 8 isn't enough for you, then you can get Ponderosa's 11-ounce Kansas City strip steak with the Grand Buffet for just $7.99. And don't forget about the all-you-can-eat seafood buffet every Thursday night from 4 till close for only $6.99 at Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow.
We flip a switch and the lights come on. Milk for your cereal is cold. Your home is warm. We simply turn on the radio or TV to find out what's happening around the world. Electricity makes our lives easier in so many ways. The Glasgow Electric Plant Board is always looking for ways to help their customers. Now it can be even a little easier to make your payment. Automatic bank draft takes the amount of your monthly bill directly from your checking account, so you don't even have to write a check. The Plant Board even accepts Visa and MasterCard for payment. If you'd like more information on these payment options, call the EPB at 651-8341 anytime.
14-karat gold, WCLU, a couple scores to pass on for you. With about 8 minutes left in the game, Caverna is leading Butler County 27-0. Edmonson County is leading Metcalfe County 26-0 in the 4th quarter. Franklin Simpson has defeated Meade County 28-0. That is a final. Greenwood over Warren East 17-6 in the 3rd. And with 3 minutes left in the game, Russell County is leading Wayne County 33-6. Let's go back out now to Jim Moody for 14 Karat Sports.
With the football. All right, with the football. Thank you, Kevin. With the football. Edward Slagle takes it down to about the 33-yard line. I'm not sure if there was a little reverse on that punt return, but at the 33-yard line, Barren County will have it 1st and 10, Larry. A 36-yard punt. And the return. Good return for the Trojans. 36-yard punt. 12 on the return.
He lateraled, I think.
And Slagle took it down to the Scotty 33, Larry, for its 1st and 10. They're in the I formation. 2 wideouts on the left side. Scotty's 5-man front. Here comes the toss sweep to Profit. Profit crashes down to about the 32-yard line as he got a little toss sweep. So Barren County with all the momentum as we begin the 4th quarter. They trail Glasgow 7-6, but they've got the football at Glasgow's 31.5. Gain of about 2. Gain of about a yard, actually. 2nd and 9. Profit 13 carries, 63 yards. Nick Matters with his 3rd stop. So the Trojans trying to punch in the score to go ahead, and the Scotty defense having to rise to the occasion right here.
Yeah, they gotta pick themselves up with the bootlaces down and lace them up and get going, because Barren is punching on the door. They've got the momentum there midway through the 3rd quarter, and they haven't given it up yet.
5 down linemen for the Scotties. As Houchins with the I formation behind him. Here's a handoff to Profit. Has to break a tackle. Scooted down by Anderson at about the 29. That was a nice tackle by Anderson. Nice open field tackle, because Profit would have had a lot more room. Still picks up about 3. It's going to be 3rd at about 6 for the Trojans at the Scotty 29. Terry Anderson's 2nd tackle. 10-18 left in this game. Total offense, Barren County 118, Glasgow 71. Barren County 84 yards rushing, 34 through the air. The Scotties 71 yards rushing, no passing yards. 3rd and 6 for the Trojans at the Scotty 29-yard line. Backfield is split. Houchins calling the signals against the 5-man front. Houchins drops back. Houchins being chased. Houchins being grabbed. Here's the pass. It is going to be incomplete. Broken up by Anderson at the 5-yard line, intended for Slagle. And it's now going to be 4th and 6.
Pass was right there. Terry had it right in his hands and dropped it. Could have very easily been an interception.
So now it is going to be 4th and 6, a big 4th down play for the Trojans right here, Larry. Just beyond the 29-yard line of Glasgow High with 9:45 left in this game.
Timeout.
So the Trojans are going to ask for and get their second timeout of this second half. Glasgow 7, Barren County 6, 9:45 left in this game. Back at Wapatit on WCLU Sports.
The $2.99 hamburger combo has gotten awfully common. So where do you go? Where you go where you can get the best hamburger. Wendy's. You see, at Wendy's, our $2.99 quarter-pound single combo starts with fresh beef served hot off the grill. You add biggie fries and a 20-ounce drink, and you've got yourself a great meal for just $2.99. Other places can try to match our low prices, but they can't match our great food.
Hi, this is Dave Thomas. Just remember this. When you start with the best hamburger in the business, you end up with the best combo in the business.
Your full-selection, full-service clothing store is Golden Farley in Glasgow. Their full selection ranges from sportswear to suits to tuxedo rentals. Full service by Golden Farley means alterations are available on anything they sell. And special order means if they don't have it, chances are they can get it. Golden Farley has sportswear by Ruff Hewn, Polo, by Ralph Lauren and Cross Creek, suits and sports coats from well-established name brands like Corbin, PBM, and Austin Reed. For the more discriminating individual, there's the custom clothing option from Austin Reed. Golden Farley Men's Shop, 112 East College in Glasgow. For years, the look of distinction.
Big 4th down play for the Trojans right here. 4th and about 6 at the Scotty 29-yard line.
Yeah, we got to look for something a little bit fakey right here. I don't think they'll try to run the football right up the middle, so you got to watch for the flea flicker or something a little bit out of the ordinary.
Houchins, handoff, comes to Clemens. He's got it up the middle. He's got the first down at the 20-yard line. Well, that little fake pitch and then a blast up the middle by the fullback's been very effective for Coach Lindsey's team as Clemens takes it down to the 20. Big 4th down conversion for Barren County. That is a 9-yard gain. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Scotty 20 as Terry Anderson makes his 3rd tackle.
That was the same play. They got a first down on down to the 5, and then it was the same play that they scored the touchdown on.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Scotty 20-yard line. 9:10 left in this game. Barren County marching, trailing 7-6. Houchins calls the signals, the I formation. Scotty's 5-man front defensively. As a handoff comes to Profit, works his way for pretty good yardage down to about the 16-yard line. Off left tackle, picks up about 4. At Barren County right now, Larry, has got to be optimistic as they're moving the football well. And right now is Matt Clemens. I don't know if he sustained an injury or what, but he's down on the sideline on the bench.
He limped off after that last play. He came out and sat down on the bench. I don't know what it was that was wrong. It looked like he fell on his hip or something. That's what he's holding.
2nd and 6 for the Trojans at the Scotty 16. The new fullback is Randy Knuckles for the Trojans. 6'2", 215 sophomore. He's a big one. Unbalanced line to the left for Barren County. 2 wideouts on the right side. As a quick pitch will come to Profit. He'll try to cut outside. Profit moves outside past the 10. Profit has it at the 5. Profit is taken down at that point. Well, it may be closer to about the 8-yard line. As it is, it's going to be a 1st and goal situation for the Trojans with 8:13 left in this game. Barren County trailing 7-6, but they're knocking at the door again. Well, actually, they spotted back. Well, let's say they spotted at the 5-yard line. I was right the first time. They got it at the 5 as he cut to the outside, an 11-yard gain. Had his 16th carry for 80 yards. Nick Matters with the stop. 1st and goal for the Trojans at the Scotty 5-yard line as Barren County trying to take the lead with just over 8 minutes to go in this game. Right now, they're just, Glasgow stopped the run of the first half, Larry, but they've not been able to in the second half, and the pass, I think, has had something to do with it.
Yeah, I think that's right. They have opened things up, and then they got the running game going right back up the middle with that fullback.
Houchins with the I formation. Oh, he fumbled the football at the 5-yard line. Scotty say they've got it. Now, let's see. Let's wait for just a moment.
Not much excitement, though.
No.
So I think it's Barren County.
Barren County's got it, and that's a break for the Trojans right there.
Well, somebody got nailed from behind and went down.
Have an injury timeout as Glasgow has an injured player, and I'm not sure who that is, Larry. The ball, it will be 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line. Not sure who the Scotty is.
I thought it was 32, but I'm not real sure, so we'll hold off.
Right now, 7:35 left in this game. Glasgow 7 Barren County 6. We'll be back at Wapatit on WCLU Sports.
Driveway sealing is an important maintenance concern for driveways and parking lots of all sizes. Did you know that you can have your driveway sealed by professionals? The paving professionals at Glass Paving. Yes, Glass Paving knows the paving business, and they believe that driveway sealing is so important that they have a crew that does nothing but driveway sealing this time of year. Asphalt by nature is porous. That means water can seep through the paving. Grease, oil, and antifreeze can soften and break up the pavement surface. In short, shortening the life of your blacktop unless you protect it. Have it sealed by the people who know paving. Glass Paving. You can call right now for a free estimate at 651-6645. That's 651-6645. A small investment to protect your larger investment. Driveway sealing from the paving professionals at Glass Paving of Glasgow.
14 carry to go, WCLU, as the Scotties have an injured player on the field. They're still working on him down at about the 5-yard line. It's 2nd and goal for the Trojans as both teams have moved to their respective sidelines.
I think it's Nick Manners. I haven't seen it. I've tried to pick his number up.
I believe you're right.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I believe you're right. And Dr. Mars attending to him on the field.
I saw him go down. Somebody came in from behind and caught him right below the knees, right in the back of the calves, and he just went right down. So I don't know what it is. But
Larry, the Trojans, and an excellent scoring opportunity here. 2nd and goal at the Scotty 5-yard line.
Yeah, it'll be very hard to be. If Glasgow stops them here, they'll have done a very good job. It's going to be awfully tough to keep them out of the end zone from the 5-yard line.
Of course, Barren County, big offensive line, and when you size up Glasgow's defense at 175 at Barren County's offense at 235, you realize that's a 60-pound difference right there.
I think we've got number 60. I think Lamont Rhodes is in there right now. Is that
okay,
right?
That's right.
He's up front.
Well, that'll move it up a little bit.
They've got their goal line defense in. I see Adrian Shirley in there, and John J. Bird, and Lamont Rhodes, and Brantley. So it's, with the exception of Rhodes, that's pretty well there. It might be their goal line defense here.
Barren County 2nd and goal at the Scotty 5-yard line. Backfield is in the eye. 2 receivers split to the left. As Houchins following the signals. Here's a handoff. Profit will try to cut to the outside. Anderson can't get him, and Profit's going to score. Profit. Anderson was the only man who had a chance, but Profit cut to the outside, and Barren County leads 12-7 over the Glasgow Scotties with 7:28 left in this game. And a beautiful toss sweep, and I think Glasgow was expecting maybe the fullback blast up the middle, and Profit scores untouched. Catch to the left, and now let's see what the Trojans will do. Will they try for 2 and try to get a 7-point lead right here?
You got to figure they will.
I believe you're right, Larry. And they will try for 2 and try to take a 14-7 lead against the Scotties. So a big 2-point conversion opportunity for Barren County as they have their first lead of this game, 12-7, 7:28 left. And Barren County has dominated the second half for the most part. Glasgow had 1 drive and fumbled the football, and it's been all Barren County since then.
It sure has. I think the biggest play of the game for Glasgow was the roughing the passer call on the sidelines that gave Barren County life, and Glasgow would have gotten the ball in good field position after the punt. But things didn't work out like that. They got an automatic first down, and then Barren County's been moving the football ever since.
This was a 2-point try for the Trojans. They're out of the I formation with Knuckles and Profit. 2 wideouts on the right side. Scotties have almost 8 men at the line of scrimmage. Basically just about everybody. As Houchins on the handoff. Nope, there's a fumble, and the 2-point try fails. So if Glasgow were to score, they would have an opportunity. In fact, they would get the lead. The 2-point try fails. The Trojans lead the Scotties 12-7. 7:22 left in this game. We'll be back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
You know, when you're going out to buy building materials, experience really counts. And that's kind of what sets the folks at Square Deal Lumber Company apart from all the rest. It was way back in the year of 1891 that Square Deal Lumber Company was founded, and it's been run by the same family ever since. That means that Square Deal has earned their reputation for quality, for service, reliability, fairness, and competitive prices to boot. If you go to any Square Deal location, be it one of the lumber yards or the concrete plants, plants or the mill workshop, you're going to find a manager there in charge with at least 21 years of experience. Some have 24. One guy even has 29 years of experience in this business. What does that translate to? It means you get expert advice and service as well as accurate estimates and materials lists every single time you call on the folks at Square Deal Lumber Company. Founded in 1891 and building our future ever since. Square Deal Lumber Company.
A couple of scores for you really quick. A couple finals in. Caverna's defeated Butler County 27-0. Edmonson County's over Metcalf County 26-0 with a few minutes left in the fourth. Franklin Simpson over Meade County 28-7. That is a final. Greenwood leading Warren East 17-6 in the third. And Russell County has defeated Wayne County 33-14.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Barren County leads Glasgow 12-7 with 7:22 left in this game. It's like John Michael Clements will kick off, and Myron Bradley will receive. Bradley will get the football at about the 7-yard line, has it at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Steps to the outside at the 35, still on his feet at about the 36-yard line, where the Scotties will have it, 1st and 10. And the Scotty may have a cramp. Let's see. Well, yeah, Michael Moore, he is limping off the field, Larry, and Will Whiteside will be the quarterback, as the Scotties will start this drive just beyond the 35-yard line.
So the last two series, Michael Moore has not been in there. Of course, this time because of an injury. I think the last time they just wanted to give Whiteside some work.
1st and 10 for the Scotties at their own 36, knowing they've got to move the football, trailing 12-7. Backfield is in the double slot. Barren County with a 6-man front defensively. It's Whiteside on the handoff to Bradley. Bradley crunches his way up to about the 40-yard line. Some tough running off left tackle. Not a bad run from Myron Bradley as he punches it up to the 40-yard line before he's taken down by several Trojans. Byron Pennycup makes a stop. 6'2", 290 freshman. Gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 for the Scotties at the 40-yard line. Wide out on the right side is Shannon. Backfield is in the double slot. Barren County with a 6-man front defensively is Will Whiteside. On the double reverse, here comes the handoff. Moving past the 45 for the first down is Brandon Chambers on the double reverse. The handoff first comes to Gentry, and then he hands it off to Chambers. He cuts to the right and moves it past the 45 to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at their own 47. That's a 7-yard gain, and that may be Glasgow's first down of this half. I'm not sure. That's their 5th first down of the game. It's their 2nd first down of this half.
Well, that'll give you a lot of confidence getting the first down. It took you 2 plays to do it. And on this drive where you've got to put it in the end zone if you're going to win the football game.
Matt Clemens, his 6th tackle. It's Whiteside calling signals with the double slot behind him. Depths of wide out on the right side as we've got a flag dropped as Bradley battles up to midfield. With somebody in motion for the Scotties?
I think so. Somebody left just a hair too quick.
Penalties have played a big factor in this game, Larry.
I sure have.
Nullified a Trojan interception return for a touchdown in the first half and a long pass play. Nullified a Scotty run to the 18 that could have set up another touchdown. Big penalty against the Scotties in this half, a roughing the passer call that enabled Barren County to keep the drive alive. It would have been 4th and long, but as it was, they kept the drive alive and went on to score. And right now they lead the Scotties 12-7, and Glasgow will have it 1st and 15, I think, at their 43-yard line with 6:07 left in this game.
Well, it's another penalty on first down, so you have all 4 downs to get it back. And 6 minutes and 7 seconds to go. You've got plenty of time to score, but the clock is against you because it's running.
Will Whiteside, the quarterback for the Glasgow Scotties. 6'1", 150-pound sophomore. Backfield in the double slot behind him. Trojan 6-man front as Whiteside on the handoff. Brandon Chambers is going to be rolled back at about the 40-yard line. Never had a chance. They stuffed him back there and beat Glasgow at the line of scrimmage that time. Loss of about 3. Glasgow getting into 2nd and long here. 2nd and 17 at their own 40-yard line as Troy Stevens, a 6'2", 190 sophomore, makes his first stop. Loss of a couple. It's going to be 2nd down and 17 for the Scotties at their own 40-yard line with 5:22 left in this game.
And it's very tough on a team to come from behind when you haven't completed a pass of the whole football game. And, of course, you've got a sophomore quarterback in that hasn't seen much experience, so you don't expect them really to put it in the air right here.
Trojans have a 6-man front defensively. Will Whiteside calling the signals. Whiteside, quick pitch, comes to Bradley. He's going to cut to the outside. Flag is down, has it in midfield. Bradley at the 45-yard line, but I think it's probably of Barren County, but I think it's probably going to come back, Larry. And unless it's against Barren County.
Where is the flag?
It is on the 40-yard line on the near side.
Yeah, got to be offensive if it comes from that position. It's got to be on the offensive team.
Let's see what the penalty is. Illegal procedures are called against the Scotties.
I wonder who's doing this.
I'm not sure, but
that's 2 in a row.
Jerry Eubank is living.
He's beside himself. He doesn't like that call.
He doesn't like it at all. And boy, he is mad. He's trying to get the far officials' attention, or the nearest one to our side.
I don't know.
He's going to call timeout.
I don't know exactly what he's calling. What he's calling motion for, the illegal procedure for.
Timeout, Glasgow.
Jerry is very animated, though.
Yes, he is.
By all means.
Larry Glasgow digging a big hole right here. It's going to be first down and 20. Let's see, the ball will be at the 35. They've got to get to Barren County's 43. So it's going to be first and, goodness gracious, about 22 yards, 23 yards. We'll hold it here as the Scotties trail the Trojans 12-7. Eubank wanted an explanation on that call. That nullified about a 13-yard run from Depp and would have actually put the Scotties in pretty good shape at second and about 3 or 4. As it is, the official made the motion call, and Eubank did not agree with it, and he is talking to the referee about it right now.
I don't think he's going to get anything out of it.
He won't get anything out of it, but the official patiently listening to it.
He's just going to hopefully hope he doesn't call it again.
But Larry, the Scotties digging a hole right here, faced with first and long. Or I should say second and long. That's right, it's second and long.
Yeah, it'll be second down
35. The Scotties will have to get a big play right here.
Myron Bradley had a great run.
Yes, he did. Got the toss sweep to the left, had a couple of good blocks on the far side.
Well, Jerry's got his point across, and they're huddling, so we're going to see if it does.
Well, I don't believe it'll change, will it?
Oh, it won't change the play.
But maybe next time.
Maybe next time, yes. Maybe he won't call whatever's happening.
Barren County scored twice in this half, and they lead the Scotties 12-7. 4:54 left in this game. Larry, what's been the difference here in the second half?
Well, the difference is Barren County's ability to run the football right up the middle on us, and with their fullback, their big offensive line has done the job against our defensive line.
One Glasgow down a little bit in the second half?
I think they probably have, yeah.
Because the run was not nearly as effective for the Trojans in the first half.
That's right. And Glasgow has done some blitzing with their linebackers, and Barren County has gotten some opportunities to get outside after they did that, and got some big plays out of it.
Second and 22 for the Scotties at their own 35-yard line. Scotties have yet to complete a pass, and their biggest play from scrimmage was nullified by a penalty in the first half when Bradley romped 31 yards.
Right. And he just got nullified again for another penalty. And the referees are still talking, and they're trying to convince this guy on this side, the linesman on this side, that whatever he's calling is not the right thing.
Glasgow's longest plays from scrimmage, Larry, a 12-yard run by Gentry and a 12-yard run by Moore. Other than that, they've been in single digits for Glasgow. Held to under 100 yards in offense so far. Second and 22. Backfield is in the double slot. Barren County, 6-man front is Will Whiteside calling the signals. Here's Whiteside on the handoff. Gentry tries to cut to the outside. Cuts past one man, has it at the 45.
Oh, my.
Flagged down at the 46-yard line. That was a great open field tackle. If he gets past that man, Larry, he's got much more running room. Somebody made a great stop.
Randy Knuckles got him by the jersey and pulled him down. Had he not done that, got that hand out there and got the jersey, Todd Gentry was off to the races.
Still almost an 11-yard pickup. So it's going to be third and about 12 for the Scotties with 4:10 left in this game at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that was definitely a game-saving tackle, because people sitting in the stands may not realize it, but boy, that might have been a game-saver right there. He was
within one man of maybe not the end zone, but certainly big yardage.
With his speed, you got to figure he'd have made it.
Third and 12. As Whiteside drops back, little pass over the middle is incomplete. Hit it to Byron Bradley, couldn't hang on to it at the 48-yard line.
I don't think he would have had the first down anyway, but it would have been about 4th and 5. Now we got another flag on the play.
Got a penalty, I think, maybe against the Scotties. I'm not sure what the call will be.
It's illegal procedure again.
Now, will Barren take this penalty or not? I would think probably not.
I'd say no. It'd be 4th down.
And let's see if they will or not.
We're getting a lot of penalties, of course. So we didn't have any scrimmage games, and that's all part of it. I think they'll look back on it and say maybe that probably should have had one to get all the kinks worked out. But that's nothing you can do about that now.
Penalties declined. It's going to be 4th and 12 for the Scotties. At the 46, should be at the 46-yard line.
3:44 to go on the clock.
The Scotties going to go for it right here.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
Now, Larry, they've got to get the football to Barren County's 43-yard line. Maybe just a step beyond.
Haven't completed a pass all night long, so odds are probably against the Scotties right here.
They're out of the double slot. Barren County with a 6-man front defensively. Will Whiteside will drop back. Here's a pass. It is incomplete and headed towards Gentry.
Screen pass to the left side. It was thrown behind him. Never did have a chance to catch it.
Now Barren County, Larry, with the advantage. 3:40 left in this game. Glasgow, how many timeouts does Glasgow? Do they still have 2? Only 1. Only 1 timeout. Barren County, a couple of first downs here, Larry, and they could get the victory against the Scotties with 3:40 left, leading Glasgow 12-7.
Yeah, it's been a good effort by Barren County in the second half.
Yes, it has. Very good effort. Barren County leads 12-7.
Glasgow just has not had any offense. They haven't had much offense the whole game. Their touchdown came after a fumble recovery that Barren gave them in their own territory, and they moved it in there with some good outside running. But since then, no offense whatsoever in the second half.
Houchins with the I formation behind him, facing a 6-man front. As Houchins on the toss sweep. Here's Profit. Has to come to the outside. Breaks away from Anderson. Profit has it at the 40. Profit is finally driven out of bounds at the 37-yard line. He's about a yard or two short of the first down on the toss sweep. And Will Whiteside with the tackle for the Scotties.
Another missed tackle.
33 left.
Another missed tackle by Terry Anderson there in the backfield where he could have had him for about a 3-yard loss.
Gain of about 9 at second. And 1 for the Trojans at the Scotty 36-yard line. Profit 18 carries, 94 yards. And he's a tough one.
The only break Glasgow got was that he went out of bounds.
Yep, it did stop the clock. It's just shy of the 36-yard line, 2nd and 1. Trojans 12, Scotty 7. 3:33 left in this game. Houchins leads his team up to the line of scrimmage. You got to believe they're probably going to stick to the ground game right here. It's been very effective in the second half. 5-man front for the Scotties. Houchins on the handoff. Here's Knuckles. He's got the first down as he powers his way inside the 35, down to about the 31 or 32-yard line off right tackle. And now, Larry, if you're a Scotty fan, Glasgow must stop Barren County in this particular series to have any chance as John J. Bird makes his 3rd tackle. Another first down for the Trojans, and they are in very, very good shape.
Just the halfback, the toss to the halfback right straight up the middle, right off between right tackle, right guard. And that's right behind Travis Pickett and Richard Spear, if I'm not mistaken, 265, 230 over there.
8 first downs for Barren County. 1st and 10 for the Trojans as the Scotty 31. Timeout is asked for by Barren County with 3 minutes to go in this game. Trojans 12, Scotties 7. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
It was a sun-drenched autumn day, and the two guys were prepared for gridiron greatness and frantic feasting at McDonald's, the Golden Arches.
Hey, hungry there, Freddie Famished?
As ever, Sammy starving.
A day that saw McDonald's offering 2 towering Big Macs for only $2, an offer that created craving in the hungry ranks.
I can't wait, Jerry.
Me either, anxious Andy.
So with the speed of gazelles and the hunger of ravenous lions, the two made a break for McDonald's, pursuant of 2 hot Big Macs.
Sorry, Jerry.
I'm running full speed, Larry, like your legs.
McDonald's would offer the 2 for $2 conversion for only a limited time. 2 taste-tempting Big Mac sandwiches for only $2. Or 2 morning fresh egg McMuffin sandwiches for only $2. It had become a war against time.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please?
Oh, you bet you can, Polly Polite. 2 Big Macs for $2, please?
Sure thing.
Victory over the ticking clock. Another legendary tale in the annals of the two guys' history.
Ask for details. Prices and participation may vary.
14 carry to go. WCLU Barren County with 3 minutes to go in this game. Football at the Scotty 31. They lead Glasgow 12-7. It's 1st and 10 as Houchins with the I formation behind him, facing a 6-man front. Here's a handoff. Profit is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage back at the 33-yard line. Glasgow has 1 timeout remaining. Loss of about 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7 as Myron Bradley makes his 5th tackle. But the clock becoming the big factor here. 2:44 left in this game, and Barren County just wants to work the clock out. Glasgow has only 1 timeout remaining. They can only stop at 1 time, and Barren County is going to take all the time in the world. 2:33 left.
If they hold right here, then they probably use the timeout on the next down.
2nd and 13 for the Trojans. Scotties at a 5-man front. Houchins calling the signals. 2 wideouts on the left side. High formation.
Too much time.
Now, you know, that the clock should not start after this penalty right now. Sometimes, you know, early on in a game, the clock will start after a delay of game call. Or at least I saw that in the first half, but I would assume at the end of the game, or you could continue to do that forever. Yeah. It's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah,
they do start the clock. Well, they can continue to do that. They could conceivably do that.
Run the clock out.
The whole way. I did not realize you could do that, Larry. If that were the case, you would be back down the field away.
Do it again.
Here's Houchins. Toss sweep. Comes to Profit. Now to the outside. Loses it back at the 45-yard line. 1:53 left. It's going to be 3rd down for the Trojans, and Scotty's not using that timeout.
They're going to wait till after the next down, which is probably not a bad idea. They'll have to get the play off with about, well, right now it'll be about 1:04 left on the clock.
A loss of 6, and that stop was made by Bradley, his 6th. 3rd and 24 for the Trojans at the Scotty 45-yard line.
About 1:08 or 1:09 that they'll have to snap the football.
But then, Larry, you could assume they'd punt, and Glasgow would not get the ball in good field position unless they were able to get a good return or block it. Here's Houchins. On the quarterback keeper, has some running room at the 40. Houchins moves down to the 35-yard line. Let's see, will the Scotties call timeout? They will. 1:04 left. 1:03 left in this football game as Glasgow uses its final timeout. Barren County faced with 4th and 15 at the Scotty 35-yard line. So Glasgow will get the football back with less than a minute, and they will not have good field position at all.
Definitely not.
Unless they were to block the punt or get a great return, Larry.
You got a feeling that they'll probably try to go after it. It may be the only chance that they've got to block this punt and then recover it in a good field position or pick it up and take it all away. But they're going to have to put a good rush on them, and don't jump off sides for sure, because you're going to get the football back with some time on the clock anyway.
Well, what's been critical here in the second half for Barren County's 12-7 advantage late in this game?
Well, I think for Glasgow, of course, the penalties have hurt Glasgow a lot. And, of course, in the first half, Barren had a couple called back also on penalties. But I think the roughing the passer penalty on the sideline against Brandon Tooley was the biggest play of the game. Glasgow had a 7-0 lead, had Barren 3rd down and 20-some yards to go, and then they get the roughing passer on that where he hit him out of bounds, and that's an automatic 1st down, and Barren County got the momentum there, and they found out that they could run the fullback. They had Myron Bradley out of the ball game there, and they just ran it right on down the field and scored. And so far, they got their confidence up and just have played a good football game since then.
Barren is going to go for it, Larry, on 4th and 15, wanting to chance anything on a punt.
Probably not a bad idea.
They might put it in the air here. Houchins, he'll just keep the football. Cuts to the outside, has it at the 30, and Glasgow will get it right there with 58 seconds left. They're going to have to go 70 yards, and they're going to have to break some big plays if they're going to win this game. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at their own 30. They are out. They have no more timeouts. Michael Moore returns, I believe, a quarterback for the Scotties. And Larry, Barren County's defense, if they hold here, they're going to win the football game. And what do you do if you're Coach Lindsay? Play that prevent defense, or give them the 5 to 10 yard completion, or run? And
well, you just about got to do. I really, you should play defense just like you've been playing all night long.
Here comes Michael Moore. He'll drop back. His pass is going to be caught. And then taken down is going to be J.D. Depp at the 35-yard line with 48 seconds to go.
They got to get on the line, though. They're standing around.
That's right, 45 seconds to go. Now timeout is called as Big Clemens. John Michael thought he might pick up a fumble or something. I'm not sure. Here comes the Scotties.
I don't know why they stopped the clock, but they did.
That was a 5-yard pass completion. As Michael Moore will drop back. Here comes the pass. It is caught by Shannon. Shannon has it at the 45. Shannon, if they do it. Shannon at the 45. Shannon breaks out of bounds at about the 40-yard line of Barren County. Demetrius Shannon with 36.1 seconds left.
Well, he should have got out of bounds a whole lot earlier. He wasted about 10 seconds trying to get 5 or 6 more yards.
At the 40-yard line. Pass completion. Scotty's trying to make it exciting here. Pass completion, that time of 26 yards. And who made the stop?
Number 2.
That was Slagle. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Trojan 40 with 36 seconds to go. He goes out of bounds. The clock is stopped as Moore will drop back. Here comes Moore's pass. It is incomplete and good to the 4th step. Got him too wide at the 37-yard line with 32.8 seconds to go.
Well, you've got to work toward the sidelines, and hopefully the receivers know that you got to get it out of bounds. If you catch it and don't have a clear shot to the end zone, you got to get out of bounds and stop the clock, because the incomplete pass and running out of bounds is the only way it's going to stop it.
Or a pass at a 1st down will stop it momentarily.
Yeah, definitely.
Backfield in the double slot behind Moore with 32.8 seconds left as Moore drops back. Moore's being chased. Here comes a long pass. It is going to be intercepted by Barren County Slagle. Slagle has it at the 15. Slagle at the 20. Slagle tries to cut to the outside. Has it at the 25. Slagle upended at the 29-yard line, and that will do it as Barren County is going to win this football game. They lead the Scotties 12-7. That's good. Made it exciting here at the end leg. But Moore's pass intended for Shannon was overthrown, and Slagle was there at about the 10-yard line to pick it off. And Barren County leads 12-7 with just under 18 seconds to go in this game.
Yeah, it was the pass was right there. I mean, Shannon was right there. The pass was just overthrown. He had good coverage on it. There were 2 people on it, and Slagle was the man deep, and he came up with the interception. Had the pass been shorter, he could have caught it, and he'd had to step out of bounds. I don't think he would have gone to the end zone.
Well, the game is going to come to a close. Barren County will not have to snap the football, and they will get their 3rd ever win against Glasgow, and Billy Lindsay will get the win, his 1st win at Barren County, so he's 1-0.
Yeah, I guess he feels good coming back to Barren and beating Glasgow for the first time. Of course, he and Jerry are real good friends, and of course, Billy, I'm sure he hates to beat Jerry, but he loves to win football games. That's what he's out here for. He's here to win.
A big win for the Barren County Trojans as they come from behind. They trailed Glasgow 7-0 at the half, and they beat the Glasgow Scotties 12-7. And they had, as you said, a very effective running game in the second half, and they really stifled the Scotty offense.
Yeah, Matt Clemens, I think, is to be responsible for that. They found out that they could fake outside to Profit, give it to him right back up the middle on that little, I don't know what they call it, but it's a fake quick pitch, and then hand it to him right up the middle, and he was very successful on that all night in the second half.
And the Scotty offense just really couldn't get anything going.
Now, after Barren County scored their first touchdown, it was 7-6. We didn't get the football in real good field position, but we came in with a lot of substitutes. We came in with Will Whiteside at the quarterback position, and whether it was a mistake, I don't know. But maybe that's what they had in their game plan. They wanted to get him in the ball game, but at that point is when the momentum changed over for Barren County, and they didn't give it back to the Scotties either, except they're right there on the last, maybe just a little bit.
So the Scotties lose to the Barren County Trojans by a score of 12-7. We'll be back in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
It was a sun-drenched autumn day, and the 2 guys were prepared for gridiron greatness and frantic feasting at McDonald's, the Golden Arches.
Hey, hungry there, Freddie Famished?
As ever, Sammy starving.
A day that saw McDonald's offering 2 towering Big Macs for only $2, an offer that created craving in the hungry ranks.
I can't wait, Jerry.
Me either, anxious Andy.
So with the speed of gazelles and the hunger of ravenous lions, the 2 made a break for McDonald's, pursuit of 2 hot Big Macs.
Hurry, Jerry.
I'm running full speed, Larry, like your legs.
McDonald's would offer the 2 for $2 conversion for only a limited time. 2 taste-tempting Big Mac sandwiches for only $2. Or 2 morning fresh egg McMuffin sandwiches for only $2. It had become a war against time.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please?
Oh, you bet you can, Polly Polite. 2 Big Macs for $2, please?
Sure thing.
Victory over the ticking clock. Another legendary tale in the annals of the 2 guys' history.
Ask for details. Prices and participation may vary.
Sharon Stone shoots from the hip in one of the most original westerns ever made. TriStar Pictures presents The Quick and the Dead, now available on video cassette at Cinema to Go. Sharon Stone and Gene Hackman star in this high-caliber western about a gorgeous gunslinger who enters a quick draw contest looking for revenge. The most entertaining film of the year, says WABC Radio. The Quick and the Dead, rated R, now available for rent from Columbia TriStar Home Video at Cinema to Go and the Southgate Plaza, Glasgow.
Now at Ponderosa, you can get an 8-ounce Kansas City strip steak with the Grand Buffet for only $6.99. 8 delicious ounces of Kansas City strip steak, and all you can eat from the Grand Buffet for only $6.99. And if 8 isn't enough for you, then you can get Ponderosa's 11-ounce Kansas City strip steak with the Grand Buffet for just $7.99. And don't forget about the all-you-can-eat seafood buffet every Thursday night from 4 till close for only $6.99 at Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow.
14 carry to go. WCLU, our post-game report as the Glasgow Scotties fall to Barren County 12-7. Kevin, when we take our next break, we'll let you update us on some scores. Larry, Barren County now 1-0. Glasgow 0-1 on the year. The Trojans travel to Greenwood next Friday night for a district game. Glasgow's at home against Bardstown next Friday evening. That is a 7 o'clock game. That's a 7 o'clock game next Friday night. Larry, let's look at the scoring summary and the tackles, sir.
All right. Not a lot going on in the first quarter. Defensive struggle on both teams. Both teams kind of played it a little bit conservative on the offensive end. Not a lot of first downs. The score was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, with 3:15 on the clock, Glasgow finally found the end zone. It took them 2 minutes and 49 seconds, a 39-yard drive. It took them 6 plays. This came after a fumble recovered by Nick Manners, and then Nick did the honors of taking it over from the 2-yard line for the touchdown. Josh Atkins kicked the extra point, and Glasgow led at halftime 7-0. As we came back in the second half, Barren County got the football and were stymied by the Scotties. Glasgow got it and couldn't move, and then kicked back to Barren. And Barren had it third down and a long way to go, about 26 to 27 yards. They got a roughing the passer penalty on a hit out of bounds, and that comes with an automatic first down and gave Barren County new life. And then they found out they could run the football on us and move the ball right on in the end zone. And with 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the third quarter, Barren found pay dirt on a 61-yard drive. It took them 10 plays, 5 minutes and 20 seconds they took off the clock, so most of it was on the ground. It came after that fumble recovery by Troy Stevens, and Matt Clemens went over from the 5-yard line for the touchdown. The kick by John Michael Clemens was no good. Glasgow led at that point 7-6, and that's where the third quarter ended. But Barren County had the momentum, and then with 7:28 to go in the fourth quarter, a 32-yard drive took them 8 plays, 4 minutes and 4 seconds. Came after a Glasgow punt. Corey Profit took it over from the 5-yard line as he broke a tackle and then got outside and made it to the end zone. Barren went for 2-point conversion, which was no good, and they led at that point 12-7, which was the final score, as Glasgow gave them a little run for the money there at the end, but had an interception late and couldn't get it back in the end zone. Our team had four possessions in the second half. Glasgow had a fumble and an interception on 2 of them, were held on downs once, had to punt. Barren County got 2 touchdowns out of their 4 possessions.
What about the tackles, sir, tonight for each ball club?
Okay, first for Barren County, they were led by Matt Clemens at 6. Philip Bertram had 5. He also had a pass interception. Travis Pickett had 5 and had a sack of the quarterback. Edgar Slagle with 3 and also had a big interception. John Clemens had 1, had a sack of the quarterback. Chris White with 4. Randy Knuckles with 5. Troy Stevens had 1 and also had a fumble recovery. Byron Pennicuff had 1. Richard Spear with 1. Greg Rich had 2, and Jeremy Page had 1. And there were 3 turnovers against Glasgow for Barren County. For the Glasgow Scotties, they were led in tackles by freshman nose guard Myron Bradley. He had 6 tackles on the night. J.D. Depp, another freshman, had 2. Todd Gentry with 1. Jason Christie had 1 on a kickoff. Will Whiteside with 1. Michael Moore had 2 and a fumble recovery. Demetrius Shannon with 2. Nick Manners had 4 and a fumble recovery. Morgan Brantley with 1. Brandon Tooley had 4 and a sack of the quarterback. John J. Bird with 4. Nick Swords had 2 and a sack of the quarterback. Terry Anderson with 3 and Gary Pierce with 2. And that's all she wrote. Barren County 12, Glasgow 7.
We will take another 2-minute timeout, look at the stats, and have more. If you get any scores, Kevin, we'll let you pass those along. Back in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
You already know that the Glasgow...
There's one score that's not quite a final yet, with just seconds left. Greenwood is leading Warren East 29-14. Caverna has defeated Butler County 27-0. Edmonson County over Metcalfe County 34-12. Franklin Simpson over Meade County 28-7. Russell County has topped Wayne County 33-14. Central Hardin tromped all over E-Town 36-0. Monroe County 21, LaRue County 7. Let's take it back out to Jim Moody.
All right, thank you a lot, Randall. Let's look at the stats as the Trojans win by a score of 12-7.
Okay, Jim, for Glasgow, they had 8 first downs. Barren County had 5. Rushing yards, Glasgow had 122. Barren County had, I believe we've got these backwards here. I think it's, Bruce has got these backwards.
Okay.
Here. Barren County had 8 first downs. Glasgow had 5.
Okay.
Barren County had rushed for 122 yards. Glasgow 91. Barren County passed for 34 yards. Glasgow for 30. Total yards, Barren County 156, Glasgow 121.
Okay.
Turnovers, Barren County turned the ball over 3 times. They fumbled 3 times. They lost 2 of them. Glasgow fumbled 1 time, had one, regained it, and had 2 passes intercepted. Total plays were pretty even. Barren County had 47. Glasgow had 45. Barren County penalized 6 times for 51 yards. Barren County penalized 7 times for 55 yards. In the individual department for Barren County, Matt Clemens rushed 5 times for 32 yards and 1 touchdown. His longest run was 11 yards. Corey Prophet rushed 20 times for 85 yards and 1 touchdown. 21-yard run was his longest. He had an excellent night.
Sure did.
Really a workhorse for Barren County tonight. Chucky Houchins rushed 5 times at quarterback. He had a total of 1 yard. And Randy Knuckles rushed 1 time for 5 yards. John Michael Clements caught 4 passes for 34 yards. 16 yards was his longest catch. Chucky Houchins attempted 10 passes, completed 4 for 34 yards. And John Michael Clements attempted 1 pass, and it was incomplete. Chucky Houchins punted 4 times for 112 yards, a 28-yard average, and 34 yards was his longest. For Glasgow, Myron Bradley rushed 8 times for 21 yards. 6 yards was his longest run. Ty Gentry rushed 7 times for 41 yards. 12-yard run was his longest. Michael Moore rushed 6 times for a total of -6 yards, and his longest run from scrimmage was 12 yards, but his total yards was -6. Brandon Chambers rushed 5 times for 19 yards. 8 yards was his longest run. Nick Maynard rushed 5 times for 19 yards. His longest run was 8 yards, and he had 1 touchdown. In the reception department, J.D. Depp caught 1 pass for 4 yards, and Demetrius Shannon caught 1 pass for 26 yards.
And made a nice run after that catch, too.
Made a nice run. Michael Moore in the passing department attempted 6 passes, completed 2 for a total of 30 yards, and had 2 passes intercepted. Will Whiteside attempted 2 passes, and both of those were incomplete. Nick Swords punted 4 times for a 128-yard average. 128 total yards.
That he wouldn't mind having a 128-yard average.
be on the Moon football team, wouldn't he? Averaged 32 yards a punt, and 36 yards was his longest. So, close ball game here tonight, Jim.
Yes,
that's what we talked about before the game started.
We figured it would.
We felt like it would be a close ball game, and it was from start to finish. And give Barren County credit. They came from behind and scored some touchdowns when they needed to and made some things happen. And they come out on top of this game by a score of 12-7 over the Glasgow Scotties.
Barren County will be at Greenwood next Friday night. And Glasgow will be at home against Bardstown. So that's the opening district game for the Trojans. And then, of course, Glasgow facing one of the top single-A teams in Kentucky.
We talked to Joey Downs, the coach from Bardstown, here tonight, and he's getting ready to have a big game with Bowling Green tomorrow. I think it's called the Heritage Bowl in Bowling Green, and that'll be a big matchup. I think Joey's got something like 15 juniors and 16 sophomores or something like that, and he's expecting to have as good a team as he's ever had up there, and we all know he's had some real good ball clubs up there, so that's going to be a tough match for Glasgow to come off this loss to Barren County next week, Jim, but got to go back to work Monday afternoon and try to get ready for Bardstown next Friday night.
The Tigers will be a tough one. I see Jerry Eubank. I think he'll make his way up here, and we'll try to talk to him. I'd like to try to get Billy Lindsay's attention if I can, Randall, and maybe we'll get Jerry up here. Maybe Billy's down on the track and with his family and some friends. Maybe I can get you to get his attention. I'd like to visit with him for just a moment and get Jerry up here. And Larry, Barren County again wins by a score of 12-7, and as you say, the running game very effective, and the Scotties just didn't get the offense going in the second half.
Yeah, Bruce and I were talking over here, and it's the type of offense that Glasgow runs is really hard to get back in the football game after you lose your momentum and after you get behind a little bit, because we're not a passing team. We don't open things up. You just about got to do a little bit of both. And when Barren County started passing, they opened things up, and they found out they can run that fullback, and they did that. And when they did it, they were successful and put some points on the board. Here's Jerry.
All right, let's get Jerry up here for just a moment and visit with him. And we'll let Jerry get the headset on here. Let him take a seat. And Jerry, thank you, sir, for visiting with us on 14 Karat Gold. We knew it would be a tough game, and we knew it would be a close one, and that's exactly what happened tonight.
Well, I thought it would be close after watching them play Elizabethtown. They really improved a whole lot from the Taylor County scrimmage to the Elizabethtown. And I hope we can improve as much as they did after a first type of scrimmage or game. We have some things that we gotta improve on, but it was a situation in this ball game. I don't know if you look back, but I thought we defensively completely controlled the ball game the first half.
You did.
And in the second half, whether they wore us down or we wasn't in shape or something, but we had at one time, we had 5 starters out on defense. And you don't really expect that. And of course, we can't afford to do that because of the, and that really hurt us. That really hurt us. And I think maybe the biggest play of the ball game, we had them 3rd and 35, and we let him get outside on us right here, and he scrambled to the sideline. He threw an incomplete pass and called us for a personal foul, and that gave him a first down, and that was 3rd and 35, and
right.
They gave him a automatic first down, and they went on and scored. They didn't hit the extra point, made it 7-6. We're still in it, but we just didn't have the mustard right there that it took to get it, and we sure didn't do what we wanted to do, play physical in the fourth quarter, because we had some young guys playing at certain times, but they didn't. We just didn't get it done when we had to.
Jerry, let me ask you about that scoring drive. You did run the football well, a 39-yard.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.